right, y'all. We back up in here. Don't nobody say nothing to me about my camera being off. We had some technical difficulties going on around here, and I ain't get it fixed in time. So, whatever. But man, welcome back, y'all, to another episode on the JVJ Network. I am your host, JVJ. Hope everybody doing all right tonight. Look, man, on y'all way in as usual, man, do your boy a favor by hitting that like, subscribe, share, turn the notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. Because we trying to grow around here. We can only do that shit with y'all help. So hopefully y'all help a brother out with that one. Tonight, man, we're gonna be talking about the viral moment that happened. Pretty much we're gonna cover the whole show. Everybody, y'all done seen it. Y'all done seen it all over the internet. Y'all done seen it. Everybody been talking about it. Cory, Hogan, and Anton Daniels got into it on the 5150 show. And we gonna speak on it tonight, man. I'm gonna give my honest opinion about a lot of stuff, and I want to see what y'all think about it too. But before we get into it, as usual, man, get your cigarettes, get your weed, get whatever you need, because we about to hop into this thing, man. Let's get it, y'all. And we might have commercials tonight.
Now do what you do, baby. Everybody, let's start the show.
True.
5150 in the house. Is this the first or the second show of the year?
Second
show of the year. We jumping it on. Y'all already know what's up. I'm Cory Holcomb, eating these cherry sours I shouldn't be eating. This is Darlene or OG Ortiz, for people who don't know.
Thank you for that. Oh my God, not the full thing.
I was on time. I'm gonna just say that.
Hey, yes, we expected it. I already knew. That's why I got here almost on time.
I was on time.
My man. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know. We said he was coming. Anton in the house. Hey man, let me tell you something. I'm so glad you're here. Because people need to see a clash like this. Not a clash within something bad, just people who got something to say, like what you say and what I say. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I do too. Yeah. I think it's gonna be really interesting.
And we had a great conversation too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great conversation.
I buttered it up. So
you don't need to butter.
I made sure that she felt good about this.
Yeah, man, you don't need to butter.
We're still trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show. That should be
Oh, brother. Too old. That man don't want this.
I know.
Your chat think they tough. I noticed.
They think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We seen
charging them up.
We
seen
worse. I don't pay attention to niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know, I
promise to.
How you gonna say you don't pay attention to people that ain't got profile pictures, but you just mentioned the chat and a lot of them ain't got profile pictures? I'm just saying. And shout out to Uncanny, man. I see you in the chat. Uncanny in here said, yo, let's keep going, man. That didn't make no sense.
God, bro.
And they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
Well, now they've gotten so savvy where they can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like, okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call
Somebody said, what Craig had? He on time out. Craig had a show, folks.
That's right.
Craig going out here doing his thing.
Papa Craig.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it all, but
we're gonna try.
There's so much to say. I gotta ask you this, just off top.
I'm with it.
How do you feel? Because we ain't gonna do all politics. That ain't what the show
we
about.
We gotta get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no points.
All right, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons? I'm talking about this nation, the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot.
Maybe you should see the problem if you understand morals, like right and wrong. Like just because people did something before you doesn't make it right. Our parents used to raise us a certain type of way, and we can understand that some people came from households where they raised them a certain type of way, and that way wasn't right. And that's why a lot of people grow up and say they're going to raise their kids differently than that. Just because people did it in the past don't mean it's okay that they still do it today. If you don't know your past, you're doing to repeat it. And I don't agree with that statement. Nah, we taking other people's shit right now around the world. That ain't cool, bro. Stop stealing. But that's what America's always done. But he ain't got no problem with it because I guess the administration he likes is in office right now. So, yeah, he don't care.
Respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
You smart man.
Right. I studied it. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
What you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people.
And that's that coon shit. That's that shit they try to say on the right. They try to dissolve white people of the evil that they've done in this world. There were some Africans that were sold, but the way they practiced slavery in Africa was not the same way that they did slavery in America. You would fight other tribes. You would capture those people. They would be indentured to you for a certain amount of time. That's the way Africans did slavery. And then some people were able to go back to their old tribe. Some people actually got brought into that new tribe, like they became a part of that tribe. But you didn't just have indefinite slavery where you was like, okay, I got you, and if you have a baby while you here, I got that baby too, and if that baby have a baby, I got that baby too. That's not what they did over there in Africa. A lot of Republicans like to say that. They try to make it seem like these white folks wasn't that bad and black people played a part into it. There was one tribe that actually sold slaves to Europeans, but they did not know what they were selling them people into. Because if they knew, I bet you money they wouldn't have sold them. But that's just a fallacy that they like to say a lot over there, man. It's a lot of white guilt, and it's crazy to see a black man in America that's actually a black American say that shit. It's kind of disgusting. And shout out to my boy Big Op in the building. He said present, and she up on this panel.
Well, they were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely, it was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
was slavery in the United States?
Hold on. Anton, make that make sense. How are some of the first slavers in America black, but all the black people that got brought over as slaves were sold by Africans? How does that make sense? Some of the first slavers in America were black, but it was the Africans that sold slaves to the Europeans, all of them, and they came over here. Wouldn't all the Africans that came over here be slaves? So how could they be some of the first slavers if they're the slaves? Unless you want to actually entertain the idea that black people were already here in America, which, they tried to just say it was the Native Americans. No, black people were already here. But, either way, though, that's I don't like these Republican talking points, but this is what they got to say, man. Look, they got to say to cope. And see, I said, don't start that. I'm going to let you cook. And then he said those slaves came way later. Thank you. Way later. And the sad part, when they say some of the black people were slave owners, they were freeing their family members. Technically, they were a slave owner because they bought a slave. They freed somebody out of slavery. They bought the freedom of somebody in their family, somebody they knew. Like it ain't. They went over there chopping people's fingers off and doing all the other stuff. Like I don't know why they be saying that shit. It's just a coping mechanism that people have to tell themselves lies to make themselves feel better.
Before slavery existed, thousands of years before we got here. Okay, slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, and this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want? Because y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for. What is going to help y'all?
A whole thing that has happened
because I'm solutions oriented, and I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through. You've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't understand. What are you saying? Like,
because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes, definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But that's a fact. Do you understand that it's made?
That's a fact for every demographic because the United States is so segregated due to racism. It's like, what is he talking about? This country is segregated right now where black people hang around black people majority of the time. Hispanics hang around Hispanics majority of the time. Asians hang around Asians majority of the time. Whites hang around whites majority of the time. That's the reason that is that way is because white people segregated. Every time anybody of these other groups came into this country, they sent them with black people for a little while. Then they got their money up off the black community. Then they move into other communities and they create their own communities. Like this is the shit that I be talking about when it comes to like these conservatives, especially these black conservatives. You the mouthpiece to say the shit that the white man want to say because the white man know he gonna get called out for saying it. So when they get your black ass up there and you telling the same lies that they tell to themselves. This couldn't be. We got Op in the building, man. Because I ain't trying to go in too fast, but like Anton got this shit all the way fucked up. They got it all the way fucked up. What you got, Op?
Yeah, we can walk it down. Yeah, I definitely had to jump in when he said that. So when you look at it, we already know historically the way shit was programmed to be for us. Oh, you can call it any race that they treated lesser than. But if you put a bunch of people into an impoverished community, fucked up situation, systematic racism, a whole lot of heap of bullshit, of course you're gonna have a bunch of infighting. That's what they programmed it to be. So if you look at it, we gonna program these niggas to do it to themselves so we don't have to do it so much. That's how it ended up being. So when you have somebody like him that would sit and say that bullshit, of course, you know, it's going to be accepted by those white folks, his daddies, because you're a good little boy. But when you don't really look at it like that, that's why I appreciate a brother like Dr. Claude Anderson, shout out to the OG, because he breaks stuff down like this and how, if you have a system set up that way, what it's going to do to a people. If me and you stay next to each other, we both kind of broke, starving, fucked up, and you may, you know, get a blessing or some food in your house or something. I'm starving. I'm probably gonna break in your shit. You look like you got it, and I'm hungry. I'm most likely gonna break in your shit. So somebody having a little something to a whole community that feel, and I'm saying feel for a reason, that feel disenfranchised and all that, and have been treated that way. It's gonna be a bunch of infighting. That's just the truth. That's just how it is. Like that shit has been broken down for years.
Yeah, it's human nature. And the sad part, it's always funny how they bring up like black people kill each other. They don't never talk about white people are the number one. A white person that has a higher probability of being killed by another white person than a black person. But they fearmonger us, but we can't fearmonger them. It's more them. They killing each other way more than we killing each other. But we don't sit around and talk about that shit. Like, it's just crazy. I don't get the Republican talking points, but you know, they gotta put a coon up there to talk about it. But let's keep going though. I know I clicked that button.
Like that on purpose.
It's the system. The system against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who's my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
black
that.
Black is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay, well,
that's
brown,
why you start believing it. No. We not brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim.
Wait, hold on real quick, like y'all. Hold on real quick, like.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
All right, let's continue.
Ain't none of that other shit. You not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you're black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people. Why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black?
Okay.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay. Well, trust me, brother. You white people, let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. But I am from Chicago.
And I'm from Detroit.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles. And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
we was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
You say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
See,
Wow.
I studied you.
This is why
Where am I racist? I don't know a lot.
But now he done called this man racist early in the show, y'all. We 11 minutes. We really ain't even really 11 minutes in because, you know, he got that long ass intro. We probably like, what would you say, Op? Maybe like 3, 4, 5 minutes in, maybe?
Yeah, I told you this shit went left early. This shit went left.
I'm like, you just called this man a racist. And it's like, why? But okay. Look, Cory laughing. I thought it was funny, but either way, though, let's keep going. Let's see what he got.
Racism in me.
Absolutely.
But maybe you can show me something. I don't know.
We're going to get there.
I wanted
we'll
you
get
guys
there.
to start the show off in your own, like,
No. When brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I believe we can have a conversation like men. It's like a lot of stuff he said right now, I disagree with so much. But
both of us.
I'm going to try to make a point because I have the hopes. I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And I have the hopes that I'm gonna get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker. Right. That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick motherfuckers.
That's the first thing we agreed on.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we got there. But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day, and she said, "I know you hate what's the lady who calls herself a doctor? I'm blanking right now.
Oh my God,
Dr. Bryant." And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. Where do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness and image and everything, and I listen to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter. And I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally, today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you said, and so, you know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the
100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
and it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me, ma'am. You need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic. Goddamn.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it? Do you think Black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
No, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people, and it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to, you know?
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
The main way that they
need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what I was going to say. That's the argument that Black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wound up becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time, almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by Black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York. Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris.
This boy that walked. He walked away from the computer, huh? All right, so real quick, I was just gonna say, he talking about black people like we talking about a group. We're talking about Cory is talking about black people as a group, and so was the whoever the chick was that was talking. I think she came with Anton named Mika. I'm saying as a group. You're talking about certain black people that white people put in power to try to do these things for them. Not as a group. Like, come on, that's bullshit. Go ahead.
No, he tripping on that. And it's like, so you telling me the vice president got all this power to try to take shit away from him? How about you accept the fact that the guy that they supposedly was trying to take down actually got convicted of the shit they accused him of? How about that? You ever thought about that? Maybe he did the shit they accused him of.
That part.
And
they didn't get him. He talking like they got him, took him down.
Yeah, that man, like, man, come on now. That man stood in front of a jury and called 34 felonies. Like, man, I don't even know a black man that catch 34 felonies at one time. He called 34 felonies and still was allowed to become the president of the United States. If they was trying to take him down, they did a terrible job at it, Anton. And you want to cry because a white dude got caught up in the bullshit. He was lying about his goddamn shit. They got him on all that fraud that he was doing. You know, he big on fraud right now. But he didn't give a fuck about the fraud that he was doing up there in New York. Did he?
No, and then not only that, how the freak y'all allow him to run for president with 34 felonies? How do you allow him to run and get in office? He should have been able to be allowed to run. Like, what are we doing? Like, really?
That should make you ineligible to be the president of the United States. I'll bet. You got a felony on your record. Look, think about it. If you got a felony on your record, you can't own a gun. You got a felony on your record, your ass, you can't vote. But somehow you can become the president of the United States with 34 of them? You can't tell me America ain't backwards.
I can't vote, but you can vote for me.
That's crazy, man. But either way, though, man, look, I'm gonna play the White Zaddy song a little later on in the show because there's a lot of White Zaddy going on. But let's keep going, y'all, because it gets heated in a little bit. It's already kind of left because the motherfucker already called that dude racist. And I'm like, he ain't insult you yet. You already insulted that man.
Months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck with who?
Barack Obama and his wife.
What's the problem with that? White people fuck with slave owning fucking the founding fathers, all them presidents. They fuck with them. What did Obama do that was so terrible? He didn't own no fucking slaves. He didn't start no wars. He didn't target communities and try to fuck them up. He did deport a lot of Hispanics, but the white people love that. So I'm like, what's your criticism of him? Because he didn't do shit for, and the only argument I always hear about is he didn't do shit for black people. Name one president that did. So I'm like, I don't get that motherfucker try to we got one black president, and that's the one y'all want to go after. When you got a criminal in the White House right now, but you don't want to say nothing about that nigga. Like, come on, bro. What Obama did? Wore a tan suit, nigga? Shut up.
Fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this point.
Absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you what it stands for.
You don't fuck with the backdoor shit?
I don't
either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor your Republicans.
And we were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what. You vote Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties.
But guess what? They tell white people to vote Republican no matter what. Do you have a problem with that? No. They saying Democrats messed up all these cities. I know the way I look at it when I see these elections, and people will start to notice the pattern. We've had Bush Sr., Republican. Then we had Bill Clinton, Democrat. Then we had Bush Jr., Republican. Then we had Barack Obama, Democrat. Then we had Trump, Republican. Then we had Joe Biden, Democrat. I don't get what it's a cycle. It just either every 4 years or every 8 years. This is going to go to the next party.
No, so let me ask you. My bad, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's saying, talking about Democrats destroying the community. What was the party that was responsible for putting crack into the black community?
What was the party that was over segregation? Jim Crow. Like, they keep trying to lay their hat on Abraham Lincoln was a Republican and he freed the slaves. And guess what? The Republicans put a bullet in the back of his head. Are we just gonna skip over history? They put a bullet in the back of his head because of that.
But this is what I'm saying. Republicans were responsible for crack coming into our community. So who did the most damage to our community? Republicans. They that's what's so crazy. You can say about the freeing the slaves, but we all know Lincoln freed the slaves to help the states come together and do the industrialization and revolution and all of that. That's why he.
It wasn't nothing about no black people. It was not. He even said it in his journal. He did not free the slaves because it was wrong. He just wanted to have a more perfect union. He said that shit. Yep. Matter of fact, he wrote it down, nigga. It's one thing to say something. It's another thing to write it down.
And don't forget, in his speeches when he was a senator running for president, he was like, "I ain't freeing no black. I'm freeing them slaves." He was talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about, man? People got to really learn their history instead of just using everybody else's talking point.
Yeah, it's revisionist history, just like they told you that Jesus was white. They love telling some revisionist history, and it's sad when you see that's sunk down to our own people. Like, we got a black man sitting up here, and he's pretty much praising the people that want to see him in a body bag. To be honest with you, they would love to see his black ass in a body bag and not think twice about it. But let him keep going though. He's spitting facts, and black people need to wake up, y'all. We need to get off that Democrat plantation. We need to come over there to that Republican plantation.
A very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really, you finna say it's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this.
That's the fundamental difference.
I'm gonna tell you.
Says the guy that reps the party that wanted to tell women they couldn't get abortions if they want to. Says the same party that wanted to kick people out of the country that were in college because they protested the war that the United States was in. Says the country that wants to go and take other countries and their resources. He's speaking for that party. We are literally witnessing that be the complete opposite of what the Republican Party stands for right now. These motherfuckers trying to get people kicked off of late night talking shows with the power of the government. But they're for small government, right?
Oh, and don't forget what I spoke to you briefly about. When you brought up
Yeah, get into that. I'm coming
You brought up Bush Sr. So I want people to do their research and due diligence. The New World Order talk and the way they wanted to run the world, not just the United States, but the world, came from Bush Sr., a Republican. He was the one talking about a new world order, a Republican. That whole on the surface shit, we fall for that too much, and it's sad because people don't really do that. They don't do their research. I want anybody listening, man, or come back to the show and listen. Go look up who was talking about the New World Order. That was a Republican. They are two sides of the same penny, two sides of the same coin. They all want the same thing. They all want that same control. And like we always talk about, sitting there and trying to be aligned and have a pledge allegiance to one party is foolish, because you can't think overall everybody got your best interest at heart. We see now with the MAGA versus Republicans, we see the in-house fighting. We see how they're destroying themselves right now. They can't stand each other. You got your Nick Fuentes going at them. You got Candace Owens going at it. These people are still claiming they're Republicans and have huge platforms with millions of subscribers sitting around here going at their own fucking party. So if you want to sit there and actually believe that, you know what I'm saying, what's going on is the right thing, you're an idiot if you don't really pay attention. It's a lot of infighting that's going on right now. So I want y'all to make sure y'all look that up. Who was talking about New World Order and what it entails and all the control around the world. Bush Senior, a Republican.
Look it up, y'all. He ain't lying to you. Hey, let's keep going though, because Anton's starting to say real stupid shit right now. And I guess he really wanted to get it off his chest because Cory wasn't even leading off the conversation that way for him to go super far like that. But he just jumped into it, jumped off that diving board real fast.
He does. And you don't have to believe me, but I'm just telling you.
I'm listening.
The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans. Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever she's done.
We get that.
This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do, or they allow him to do.
Facts.
Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're going to keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it.
I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less.
Hold on, we got Uncanny in the building. I'm gonna get his thought real quick, like on what we got going so far. But it's about to go left right here, y'all. This is where it's about to go left.
Before it goes left, I just want to say that when I was mentioning Candace Owens, I had to come up.
You like Candace Owens or something?
I love Candace Owens.
You don't love her.
No, you just want to smash Candace Owens. That's all. You just want to smash. You do not love her.
She is pretty. I ain't gonna lie, she is pretty. But what y'all call her? What y'all call her? What do the people call her? She's a coon, but she's also something else. Like what y'all call it? Bed wench.
Oh no, I don't call her no bed wench. And then like
they call it mammy.
Some people would say her husband is a mud shark.
Mud shark, yeah, stuff like that. But nah, I mean, besides her looks, the reason why I love Candace Owens right now is because she started a civil war between all the MAGA YouTube influencers. Like she had one dude, she had about 3 or 4 dudes crashing out because of her popularity recently. I think she's the #1 MAGA streamer right now. Due to the Charlie.
No, she's not MAGA.
Well, she was MAGA though. She was MAGA in the beginning.
Yeah, she used to be. She used to be MAGA. Yeah, she's not no more.
So before you go into this whole Anton Daniels Republican, no, sorry, what you call him, red pill guy. I gotta say, Candace Owens, she pissed off Alex Jones. She pissed off Nick Fuentes.
She pissed off a lot of them. Steven Crowder, fucking, she got them all mad because all of them bent the knee for that Jewish shit and she wasn't going for it. And then after Charlie Kirk got killed, she pulled out the receipts for that TPUSA shit, and they was over here talking about she's just a crazy lying black bitch, and she was like, okay, really? I'll play that game. And guess what? She learned how to be conniving and manipulative from them. And now your worst fucking enemy is coming back at you.
It's just been hilarious. It's been the funniest shit. She had Alex Jones calling her a black. No, she had Nick Fuentes calling her a black bitch. She had Ben Shapiro and them they got mad ever since she left the Daily Wire, and she's bigger than the Daily Wire as we speak. So it's just been. I just love her. I love the fact that she took their game, like you just said, Jay. She took their fucking knowledge, their game, and now she's the one on top. So I just find that shit hilarious. And I've been loving every minute of her throwing it in their face, you know, the whole conspiracy thing. That's why Alex Jones was mad at her, because she's like, Alex Jones has always been a conspiracy fuck. Like he's been doing, he's the one who took the picture of the Bohemian Grove. I'm sorry if I say that.
No, you good. He the one who said they were turning the frogs gay. He was the one with Sandy Hook, had to pay all that money out. Yeah. Alex Jones is a big conspiracy theorist, you know.
But the only thing with her is like she ended up she had to get, like, you know, like we say, her Negro wake up call. And once she got that, she's like, man, this is some straight up bullshit. But she still considers herself conservative Republican, so it's still technically in-house fight. You know what I'm saying?
She's still over there with them. She's
still on.
She's still on.
She's still on the plantation. She's still on the plantation.
But she's like the woman of the house right now of the plantation. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she's inside.
If she don't leave and become independent, she's always gonna be Candace Owens, because she needs to leave that shit and become an independent. This is what people don't fail to realize. Being a liberal conservative does not mean you can't be an independent. That doesn't mean you have to align with being a Democrat or a Republican. She can still be a conservative independent.
Yeah, that's the thing that me and we had conversations about this shit all the time, but it's like, we don't believe in voting. And every time I talk against Republicans, they call me a goddamn Democrat. Every time I talk against Democrats, some liberals, they don't do it as much as Republicans do. They'll call me a Republican. It's like, bitch, I'm here for the best candidate. Who's going to be the best candidate? Whether it comes from the right or whether it comes from the left, it don't matter. Who's the best candidate? But this blind loyalty and allegiance, that's what pretty much Anton is talking about right now. He's a full-blooded, straight up and down Republican, conservative Republican. So there's no option. You're closing off a whole section of your life, options in your life, because you just this. That's a blind person. Like, there could be better options over there. That's like somebody saying, I would never date anybody outside the black community. And you might not never find the right black girl in your community, but it could be a white girl or an Asian girl or a Hispanic girl right there, perfect for you. But if you want to shut yourself off from everything, that's on you. But I think it's a dumb way to think. When you have so many options in the world, you need to take advantage of those options. You need to be smart about how you make decisions. But some people don't think like that. So.
Oh, and one last thing, man. I guess you would say I'm liberal, because I kind of like go with their side a little bit more.
I lean more left. Yeah, I lean more left.
Yeah, but I gotta give props to the Orange Man. He went into Venezuela and
we giving him props for that shit. You giving him props for it?
He literally told Venezuela what's up, and he took their president and his wife, and he got them captured, and Venezuela still hasn't responded as a government. So I mean,
no, they responded. She gave them. The vice president, who is now the new president of Venezuela, she gave a speech. Like, she pretty much contradicted everything that Trump said. Like, everything that Trump said, we're gonna be running it. He was like, man, Maduro's the president, and y'all ain't running nothing around here. Like, he don't know what he just got himself into. You know better than I do. Hispanic folks are some fighting people.
They're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose, but they're gonna fight. They're not gonna lay down.
I'm just telling you, they're gonna lose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, the United States is too big, too powerful. We got more missiles and guns and all that shit than they do. I know if it came to a head-to-head fight, we're gonna destroy them motherfuckers. It's total domination. It's like high school kids going to the elementary school to play basketball against them motherfuckers. It ain't no competition, but they gonna fight. And the problem about that is like black folks, when we marched during the civil rights movement and all that shit, we weren't gonna win that fight, like head-to-head fight. But the problem is, when you stand up and people start seeing that fucked up shit is happening to you, you garner people around the world to become your allies. People start to partner with you. Because there was a lot of white folks that was against fucking civil rights. But then when they start seeing what other white folks was doing to them black folks, they switch sides like, look, man, I don't like them niggas, but that shit fucked up that y'all doing to them. So yeah, we gonna get this shit passed. It's more than one way to skin a cat. But if Trump want to do what he want to do down there, look, I told you, for these next 4 years, I'm just sitting back watching. I'm just watching. Because it ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. I got my own problems to deal with.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They gonna destroy Venezuela. The way they took the president from that bitch, I'm sorry. They gonna keep Venezuela ain't got no chance. But if you say they gonna try to fight back, that's on Venezuela. I just think that most of these moves that he's doing is gonna cause it's gonna lead to what people are saying, like a war, maybe.
No, it can very well get there. And the big thing about it is like, we went to Vietnam and fought them. The United States is way more powerful than Vietnam. The American sentiment is what made us get the fuck out of that goddamn war. The American sentiment. There are a lot of Americans in here that do have a soul. And just for everybody to understand, and I'm just speaking as a former service member, y'all can't name the last motherfucking war the United States won.
Besides
name the last
World War
one.
II.
That's the last one they won. Think about it. That's the last war that America has won. Every other war they've gotten into, they just got into it, wasted millions of dollars, wasted a lot of sons and daughters' lives, and then they ended up bringing their ass back home. Claiming victory.
Yeah,
we ain't won no wars.
Right.
We ain't won no wars, bro. We just gonna go down there and waste money and we're gonna waste money in the pursuit of taking their oil, and a lot of Americans gonna lose their lives in the process, and they're not gonna get what the fuck they want. America's not gonna get what the fuck it wants ultimately. That's why we had to get the fuck out of Afghanistan and Iraq. That's why we had to get the fuck out of goddamn Cuba. That's why we had to get the fuck out of fucking Vietnam. And we gonna end up having to get the fuck out of Venezuela too.
Well, the Cuban, the Bay of the Pigs, he armed some Cuban refugees. Well, not him, but who was it? I forget the president. They just
think about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Like they were trying to folk them folk, man. My point is like, look, that motherfucker's like, we don't win wars no more. That ain't what we do no more. That ain't what the United States do. We might win some skirmishes here and there. We might fuck some fucking infrastructure up. We'd capture your president or some shit like that and try to install somebody that we want, puppet dictator. But we don't win wars, bro. I just can't. World War II was the last time we won something, and that was only because it was a world effort in that fight. Like we had other people in that bitch fighting with us. If it was just the United States fighting that bitch by themselves, they would have lost that shit, man.
The United States has always had their like hand in Latin America, so yeah, most of the countries that you can name, like Panama, even with that situation, Noriega became a fall guy for the drugs. Situations like that, like in not Costa Rica, what's the country? Not Honduras.
You ain't talking about Colombia. You ain't talking about Argentina. You ain't talking about Spain. You ain't talking about Ecuador.
No, it's Nicaragua. When they tried to take over Nicaragua because Nicaragua was going to become a communist country or something like that. And remember that whole CIA selling drugs in there. That's what the Panama thing happened and all that stuff. I get what you're saying, but I'm also telling you that Venezuela's about to get knocked the fuck out.
If it came down to a fight, I agree with you. If it ever came down to a fight and the United States went all the way, Venezuela does not have a chance to stand up against the United States. All I'm saying is that Venezuelans, they not finna fucking just lay down. It's gonna be a fight. They gonna lose that fight, but it's gonna be a fight. And the problem that I say they ultimately gonna win in the grand scheme of things is because the American sentiment is not gonna back that shit. They're not gonna back it. You can't claim you're a Christian nation and you go into another country after you lied that they was fucking sending drugs up here, but then the only thing you trying to do is take their oil. Like, Americans gonna get pissed off about that. Especially when you had the same president that's doing the shit said that he wants to be an isolationist. He doesn't want to be in any more wars, and he's trying to start one.
No, he started it. Yeah. I mean, it's up to Venezuela if they're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna fight back. They're gonna fight back. They gonna look. If it came down to it and they went all the way, Venezuela gonna lose. I agree with you.
Well, if Venezuela does end up fighting, he started that war. So, I mean, what the fuck else do you think they were gonna do? He went in there, nasty work. I heard they turned off, like they had like an ECM jammer or something, turn off all the lights and I'm just, that's pretty good.
They went straight for the infrastructure in that city. They went for the power plants, they went for the water supply, they went for the telecommunications. They hit that shit first, and then they moved in. They even show you like the videos we covered when they actually invaded. They got pictures of them motherfuckers. They was up on the hillside with a goddamn like I forget, it was like a 50 cal motherfucker, and just do knocking them fucking targets out. Get it nice and dark, go infrared. We going up in here, let's get this motherfucker. And a lot of people died off of that shit, man. A lot of people died. They killed a lot of Venezuelans to get that motherfucker up out of there. Just to try him for drugs, like bitch, that motherfucker. Look, shut the fuck up. It's like,
I mean, I'm just saying, like that was pretty dope from the military side, not from his decision. I'm just saying how they did it. I've never seen no shit like that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You see the same way we got Osama bin Laden. Still Team Six. This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time for this shit, man. You know,
they even had a hand in Gaddafi. I remember they had a drone that found his heat sensor, and that's how then they told the people that were looking for him that he was under there, and that's why they found him, and then they executed him. That shit was. I mean, the United States is horrible, bro. Like everybody, I had a friend of mine like tell me, "Oh man, Mexico's so dangerous." I said, "Bro, we in the country that is dangerous. I ain't scared of Mexico. I'm more scared of the United States government than Mexico."
You ain't lying about that shit. But here, check this, man. Look. You at work right now?
Yeah, I was gonna get off, but I just wanted to talk my little shit, sidetrack it.
Well, look, we're gonna be here for a second, man. So if you feeling froggy, man, hop back in, man. We about to jump back into this video real quick, like.
All right, shout out to Candace Stones.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard that from him, not from me, y'all.
Then 20% voter turnout rate and local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
people
sucker
that
shit.
don't vote.
I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents. We had Democratic presidents. We in the same joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if it's local.
It matters.
If you vote, that means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your ancestors
it's so funny to
didn't do it like this.
If he talking about respecting your ancestors, why you been disrespecting your ancestors? Because he disrespected his ancestors earlier. But now he's talking about if you don't vote, you disrespect your ancestors. But lying on your ancestors ain't disrespect. Not voting is disrespectful. Like, nigga, put two and two together, bro. Make it make sense. That don't make no sense, man.
Because people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's
war. All sucker shit going on.
It's a war every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem. We need physical wars.
It's not.
Until motherfuckers ready to jump it off,
it's not.
We gonna always be talking. But see, real gladiators don't talk. Real gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who are you under control by?
It ain't. You under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know who.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot that woman?
I want to know who the. Hold on. Let's be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't hear that shit.
That's what should count.
I don't hear that shit.
Because out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop and An investigation will be said, but here's the truth. We know, I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong what I said?
This is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this.
There's no circumstance where if you fire back at a cop or do anything after he shoots you, they got the right to kill you. You don't have the right to defend yourself against a cop. Now, there are some states that are like that where they actually have it on the books where citizens can resist an unlawful arrest and things of that sort. But there ain't no law on the books that say an American citizen can shoot a cop. There's not nothing on the books. He's talking about circumstances. Yeah, the circumstance that maybe possibly when you get into court, you gotta have a jury that might side with you. They still gonna prosecute you. They still gonna lock your ass up. You still gonna have to get a lawyer. You still gonna be out the pocket with some money, and you gonna fucking lose a part of your life, regardless if you win that shit or not. So I'm like, he talking about circumstances. I don't think people are really trying to go through them circumstances. I kind of lean more to what Cory said. There ain't nothing you can do.
The majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time because it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not. I don't think you got people all the time.
Well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I talk about liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the court.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of it?
I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You're too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking.
Even Darlene, you can see it in Darlene's face. He ain't said nothing to criticize white men. He justified what white men did. He just said, F that lady that they shot out there in Minnesota, I think it's Minnesota. Might be Minneapolis, I don't know. One of them M's. He justified America going and taking other people's shit, the white government going and taking other people's shit. He has not criticized white men at all. He telling everybody that we missed it. I'm like, when did you say something about them? You even tried to give them a scapegoat when you said, oh, they didn't steal the slaves. Africans sold them. You've been defending white people and justifying. You've been trying to qualify what they've been doing is all right. Like where's Cory wrong on this?
Loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it, and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
No, let me tell you something, homie. I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So fix
that. You're doing it right now.
I don't suck dick,
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it. Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what. Watch that dick sucking shit because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
you say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
okay, but that gay shit? Oh, you
I don't give a fuck about what you
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not bossing up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do dick sucking
put the
shit.
microphone right now and going up. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do
you
no
doing
dick
this shit
sucking
for the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show you I ain't doing it for the internet.
If you want to say Anton, listen, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that, I'll respect you. But don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm gonna extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how
I call this nigga out his name.
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't getting loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this
because
my show. This
cool.
my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking shit again, nigga.
You're not gonna
come at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go out back right now.
Fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
Hey,
No, it's not respect.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Dolly, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it,
if you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro.
Here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that.
Y'all see, I was reading a lot of comments, and it's amazing to me how a lot of people were trying to say, well, when Anton said we can go outside, that Cory got scared with that shit. I don't think people understand the situation that's actually going on right here. First off, Anton to sue that motherfucker. He assumed. When he got up in his face and told Anton, say it again, and he didn't say it, that was all you needed to know right there. That was done. Anton does this talking shit like he bout something. Anton got security right over there. You think his security guard gonna let him go outside and shoot the one with somebody? Like, really think logically. So you just let your client get beat up, huh? His security ain't gonna let it happen. By the time he walked to that door and Cory come behind him, walking to him, everybody gonna be trying to break it up, and he gonna be like that, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back. A lot of people don't get what the dude doing. He wanna seem tough, but he ain't tough, bro. He ain't tough. You ain't say that shit again when that man told you to say it. And that's all I need to know right there. But either way, let's keep going, because Cory trying to calm it down, but he just told him, like, bro, don't say I suck no dick. That's all he's telling him. That's as simple as that. Don't tell me I suck dick. If you had a problem with him telling you kiss the ass of white people, which I think is a very accurate description of you, tell him that you don't want him to say that. Be a grown man. But now you turn around and told that man he sucked dick. He sucked dick in the black community. That's crazy, bro. And you black saying that shit. That's crazy.
That shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not that tough.
Right, they disappeared for a little bit. We're gonna come back. Damn.
People are on the Democratic plantation. What do you say about the use of Christian?
I don't care about that dude question. I don't care about that dude
I have
question.
like the person based off of initiated when it comes to talking to men of a certain mind state. And I don't believe you knew what you was doing when you said something about dick sucking, brother. I apologize. Okay. Hey, bro, I appreciate that.
I apologize.
I appreciate that because this ain't no show. The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically. But I have a switch.
I do too. When I'm a man, just like
I
you.
respect your switch. I respect
you too.
Okay, good. I'm glad,
We
brother.
good.
It ain't no fake shit right here.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
We straight. I respect your switch, brother. And I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't know the way I was brought up. You can't step to men like that. So I'm not checking you. I'm just trying to let you know
we good.
That when we talk to each other a certain way, like if dick sucking is brought up, that's just like motherfucking pissing on my shoes. So I'm saying, like, I could get back straight. When I see your hand, it wasn't phony.
Listen, I get into it with my homies. I get into it with my brothers.
Hey, we got Lena up in here. Anton gonna talk about how he fight his brothers and his friends and stuff like that. Like that means something to somebody. But what's up, Lena?
Hello, good evening, or good, I won't say good night, but hey, Jay, how you doing?
Man, living the dream. How you doing?
That's good, pretty good. All right, good there. Oh, I got, So did Anton first mention DS?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Cory snapped. Like, don't disrespect him like that.
Yeah, because all Cory said to him, which is true, because he asked him a series of questions about what do you say about white men, white males. He wouldn't answer. He wouldn't answer. He wouldn't answer. He kept jumping around it. Now he's like, look, nigga, I don't kiss the ass of white men like you do, pretty much. And then Cory responded, Anton responded with, you suck the dick. I'm like, dude, that ain't, if you want to respond to him and give him the same insult, you should have said, nah, nigga, you kiss the ass of black people. No, he went all the way to that gay shit, and he been doing it lately. If y'all can watch some of his stuff, he been doing that shit lately. He did it to Quentin the other day. Kept calling that boy gay on there when he was wrong, losing the argument. It's like, as soon as you get back to a corner, you want to call someone, you want to insult somebody's manhood and shit. And I'm like, that ain't cool with black dudes. Like, that ain't never been cool with black dudes.
Yeah, the alphabet crew. You been hanging around too many white dudes. That's what they be doing.
Yeah, that's their thing.
Yeah, you lucky that dude from Chicago. He lucky you didn't pop him in the face. You lucky. Like, and he act like he ain't do nothing really wrong. You should apologize right then.
They should have been like, my bad, bro. My bad,
Yeah.
bro.
I
was in the moment. I was in the moment, bro. You said something to me I ain't like, so I said that back to you. And move on like grown ass men, but to sit there and try to be like, nigga, you ain't gonna boss up on me. You're not gonna disrespect the man on his show, bro. You just disrespected the fuck out of him on that show, and that was the third time you called that man a name.
Ooh.
The third time you insulted him. You called him racist earlier, you insulted his intelligence, and then you called him a dick sucker.
What did he say about his intelligence? I missed that part.
He said he don't have the capacity to have that conversation because he's busy.
Yes, I know. He also tried to say black people slow though. He do say that a lot. Like black people is like we less than we not smart enough to get a lot of stuff. He tried to insult black people intelligence. He's kind of Uncle Thomas to me.
Yeah, anybody that watches Anton content, he
is. I do watch his content.
He's a coon.
I watch his shorts a lot.
He be tap dancing for the Republican Party.
Yes,
white people going to
very Republican.
Everybody see that shit, and I'm like, dude, ain't nobody telling you to be no damn Democrat. But when the way that you prove that you're a conservative is by talking down on your group, like, bro, that's some sucker shit right there. That's sucker shit. I don't have to put out my political beliefs by talking down on my people.
That's true.
He gonna get his ass beat up eventually. Like somebody gonna whoop his ass. That's why
he lucky wasn't Cory.
Yeah, he lucky, man. Look, and I'm gonna give Cory props. We're gonna play a little bit more of this shit, but I give Cory props because I'm like, this is what Cory did is what a grown man should do. Like, yeah, he got Anton triggered him, got him out of his element, but once he brought himself back, he calmed himself down. And I want y'all to see how he calmed himself down and he just want to make sure he understand this is why I got pissed off, bro. Just don't do that no more.
Yeah, because didn't Antoine say he wanted to take it outside? It's so crazy.
Yeah, talking about let's go outside. Hey, boy, this ain't no fucking 1954. We can take this out.
You lucky he didn't pop you right then and there.
Yeah, on some real ass shit. I actually admired the restraint that I saw from Cory, but some people call that some sucker shit, weak shit. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where y'all from, because maybe y'all, the people that have been saying that, are just crash out dummies. But sometimes a man need to have restraint, bro. You can't win every goddamn battle. Sometimes you got to win the war.
Because if he would have beat Antoine ass like he wanted to, people might like, oh, we can't interview. Antoine might have sued him. You never know. That could have messed him up for real.
That dude was gonna sue him. He was gonna call the police on him. Man, Cory ain't trying to bring them problems into his life because he could tell he dealing with a fake nigga. But either way, y'all watch this shit, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't have no. I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is, and then we shake hands and we keep it moving once we have a disagreement and we get it out of our system. So if
fighting in the street and fighting your family is two different things, because your family actually care about you. They just probably mad at you in the moment. And nigga in the street don't give a fuck about your life. It's a complete difference, nigga. I don't know why he tried to use that as a qualifier.
We good, then we good.
I'm good.
I'm with it. Let's get to the conversation.
That's why I tried to explain myself right there, because I'm like, this man probably don't even know that my mind is set up. Anton, my mind is set up when people do things like I call it backdooria on my show. Mm-hmm. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to get set off. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying like,
but see, I don't believe you, Cory. I don't believe you, bro.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I don't believe you. Because you do the same shit that you feel offended by.
Really?
You do, absolutely.
Give me an example.
You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I ain't said nothing about dick sucking.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But
then take your own advice. There's some people out there that don't accept you calling them a dick sucker. Fuck is he talking about?
Right, you know that.
Like, then he talking out both sides of his neck, and I want people to understand this is somebody that he knows how to speak to a certain extent, but he knows how to manipulate while he speaks. You called this man racist. You insulted his intelligence, and you called him a dick sucker. And you talking about you mad at what Cory said? Cory didn't call you no names. He said he said you do an action. You kiss the ass of white men.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that watch your content know that's what you do.
Right. They understand what kissed ass mean. Like, oh, you kissed ass. That ain't what you say. Yeah, if you want to understand it. Is saying you a dick sucker is worse to a man.
That's a whole nother level, man. That's a whole nother level of disrespect. But I'm gonna let him keep going, man, because he try to manipulate so much. And he think he's smart with it. But I'm like, dude, for somebody that can do the same thing, bro, I see that shit, bro.
But hold on. Let me say this last part.
Land.
But I get it because you don't know me, and I don't know you, so you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is it, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show. I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see and look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all hands up. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something, but what I'm saying to you is, you know, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I could handle whatever's happening out there, but I'm saying like I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. I'm just saying,
I feel you.
There's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that? Because it's like, that's that homosexual talk. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If it's one way to get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers that would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man. That's all I'm saying.
Listen. That's where you at. So I'm gonna respect that.
Thank you, brother.
It's simple as that.
I don't want no drama.
It's simple as that.
I swear I don't want no drama, man. My life is good.
Mine's is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to come up here for that. It's just the simple misunderstandings that we as men can have. I think older black men like us need to make sure there are boundaries that simply can't be crossed when men are talking. And if you tell me a boundary, Anton, if you tell me a boundary, I promise you, I'm going to do my best not to cross that boundary.
I'm not.
When I'm talking to Willie D don't like when you call him nigga. And I go out my way not to call Willie D nigga because I look at him as a man.
I kick it with Willie too. For me though, I don't give a fuck about the talking. I don't have no boundaries. I don't care if a nigga say something about me. It is what niggas say shit like that all the time.
You said that you called him a dick sucker because Anton was calling you out your name earlier. You just said that like 5 minutes ago. But now you saying that you don't let the words bother you. Okay.
I'm like, that's the environment that we live in. I only care about my real life.
Can I ask you a question? You just said men talk disrespectfully to you in your face all the time.
No.
This is nothing.
You did not hear what I said.
I said
they do that shit all the time. You see it in the chat. You see it in the comments. All of that shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't care.
You said you didn't care about that earlier, but you keep bringing it up. You talking about you don't even fucking bother with people that don't got a profile picture, but you still keep talking about them though. Nigga, you talking out one side of your neck. Your actions speak louder than what the fuck's coming out of your mouth.
Care about that shit, right?
That's right, because that's for the internet.
Right. So when people say stuff, I don't take it personal because it's not a thing to me. It's just
keep talking about it though.
The only thing I care about is what happened in real life. When I cut that shit off in real life, my life is great.
Right. Let me tell you something.
So my point is that I don't take nothing personal unless it get personal, unless it gets physical.
Hold up real quick. Like, y'all, hold up. My bad. Hold up. Where's that? I know I got it somewhere in here, y'all. Where you
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Let's keep going, y'all.
Physical. That's the only thing I'm up on. Anything else I can walk away from. I don't give a fuck about that. My life, I can walk away and I'm probably gonna never see that person again.
I understand. So this is why the chat, I allow them, and in fact, I encourage them to be themselves in the chat, because this is a computer screen. But one thing I will say about this is to the youngsters especially, because they the ones who really don't know. I'm talking about 35 and under. When you in a man's face, you have to watch how you talk to them, because face to face is a lot different than the computer. On the computer, I got
let me ask you a question.
Motherfuckers saying all kind of shit about me on the computer.
Let me ask you a question.
But if they in my face saying that to me,
let me ask you a question.
It can go bad.
Why?
I'm not saying I'm not acting tough.
Hold on.
I'm not acting tough.
I'm asking you a real question. Why do you get triggered if somebody says that to you? Like what is it in you that gets bothered by a switch?
Okay, so listen to me. Manhood is all we got left. You really got to understand this. Just give me a second to land on this.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
If we don't have our manhood, we ain't got nothing. So when a man walk up to you and say something flirtatious to you, when a man walk up to you and say something where he's challenging your manhood and things like that, trust me, I don't care how savage it may seem. When you dealing with a man, you can set a man off if you in his face and you saying things that are not. I'm not talking about somebody just saying anything. I'm talking about there are certain things, like I can't walk up to a man walking down the street with his wife, Anton, and say, man, your bitch thick. I'll be like, wait a minute. Of course, by me being older, the last thing I want is drama in the streets. But what I'm saying is, you can't disrespect men face to face. You can do it online because it's easy to do it online.
Nope. See, that's where we disagree.
Okay, I want to hear this.
That's where we disagree, because you got to keep the same energy across the board. You can't pick and choose when you can disrespect somebody and when you can't disrespect somebody, and then pick and choose when you're going to react to somebody disrespecting you.
Right.
You know what? Can I say something? See, if you say it in somebody's face or whatever, you challenging them to me. And I feel like even if you want to, that's where someone will start setting a boundary. Like, hey, man, you crossed the boundary. And like he said, as you challenging that manhood. So you that go unchecked, who knows what someone will do. You give somebody an inch, they might take a mile.
Real shit. Like, and he's acting like he doesn't understand the concept. Somebody can say something about anybody online. I can't get to that person at that time. Like, if they said something really disrespectful, I can't touch that motherfucker. So it's a different situation than if I'm face to face with you and you say that exact same disrespectful shit. When men get around each other, there's a low level threat of violence. That's why we watch what we say to people. Same thing with girls. There's a low level of violence. Shit could pop the fuck off. Him trying to sit here and like say you got to keep the same energy. How he gonna keep the same energy? If somebody say something crazy to him online, he can't touch that motherfucker. He telling you when they in person, he can touch that motherfucker if it get to that point. But Anton want to sit here and play stupid, man. He playing dumb. He playing dumb, and he talking about he be out here fighting. Obviously not. Obviously not. But you know. You hit it on the head, Lena. You hit it on the head. That nigga, like, he just on some stupid shit, man. This nigga dumb, bro.
You wrong, bro. You wrong is two left shoes. You're wrong, bro. I fuck with you. I fuck with you because you are one of the most disrespectful, and stand on that shit.
But I want to understand what you're saying, Anton. You missed me. When you say you can't disrespect people with what? Make sure you explain that to me.
You got to keep the same energy across the board, bro.
I don't understand.
You can't say I'm going to disrespect you online, but then you can't do nothing in person.
He didn't say that.
Well,
he didn't say that.
That's not. No, I'm not saying do that.
I'm not saying what you're wrong about. But listen, talking to somebody in person is different than talking to somebody online. And if I'm so disrespectful, what do I do to be disrespectful online? Because you said I'm disrespectful online.
You just
I would
said,
like to
you
know.
said out of your own mouth that you will be disrespectful online.
No,
it ain't even. Yes,
Did
you
I say
did.
that?
You
Did I
just
say I'm
said that.
disrespectful online?
You said you can disrespect. It's different if you disrespect somebody online versus doing it in real life.
No, I didn't say what I would do.
How is it different?
I said if somebody in the chat room is saying something disrespectful about me, I don't hold that against them because they're
What
typing.
about when you're talking about real people?
What do you mean?
If you comment on somebody and you give your opinion on real people,
I don't want to go back and forth. I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Do you hear me when I say
what you're saying?
Whatever I say online, giving an opinion of something is different than if I am.
About an opinion. I said disrespectful. How can you determine whether or not somebody feels disrespected?
Well, feelings is one thing, man.
You felt some type of way?
Yeah, because ain't nobody finna stand in front of my face and talk to me like they on my level when it comes to homosexuality. Like that'll start a war. That'll start a war.
We can agree to disagree. I think you're wrong, bro. I think I personally, I'm telling you directly,
know what you're doing.
You're hypocritical.
Okay, well, you can say that. I don't think
Real
I'm
quick,
in that
Jay.
argument with you now.
The problem is, all right, we already could see when we started the show that he came up there on some disrespectful shit already. Like, that was his intention, because you notice every time Cory say something, he was like, yeah, I'm on that too. Yeah, my life good. And it's like, why are you acting like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish Cory would have picked that out. Like, dog, I'm trying to talk to you and do a show, but I'm getting this energy like you already on it. And then Anton did admit that on his show, he already came up there with that plan. And other people, Craig called it out, Craig Facts, and then MTR called it out. He was like, yeah, he went up with that attention. But they both called him out, was like, but dog, you had security, bro. The same thing you said, Jay. You know, when they walked to the door, they weren't gonna let that shit just happen. That's why Cory would have had to pop off on them right there in the seat. So when he's saying that, you're just trying to be on the contrarian for no fucking reason. You're trying to start some shit. You know what that man is talking about. He's saying the chat goons. That's what he called us. He called us the chat goons. Everybody that's in there, we be talking shit about everybody. And Cory will tell his guests, listen, some of them people out there lies all fucked up. This the only thing they got. They come in here, they make jokes, and he'll laugh. He's like, "You said what? I look like a meter maid. Fuck you," and he'll laugh. That's what he's trying to tell Anton. Like, no, I don't take that shit personally. So when I give my opinions online, now that they're talking about it, I'm like, don't take it personally. You're a celebrity. You understand what comes with the game. I understand what comes with the game. So if I don't take these people personally, they're not disrespecting my face. And a lot of times when he see these people, they be fans. They're like, man, Cory, yeah, I'm such and such, man, I was talking shit. And they laugh. Cory's talk about this shit all the fucking time. But Anton, real quick, I'm gonna land it here. After they got into it, because I didn't get a chance to send you that clip. I ain't feel like going through this Buster pretending like he thugging or he Tupac. But he like, I pull up on anybody. And it's like, no, I watched you.
Anton Daniel say that with his Republican ass. I will pull up on anybody.
Talking about rappers soft, these niggas soft, and anybody call him, he'll pull up on them and see and look in their eyes and see what it is. And I'm just like, because Cory is a 54-year-old man, that tried to calm down. That's what we doing now. But go ahead, my bad. I just wanted to say that, like he capping, like you said, Jay. He's saying all that, but you up there getting offended off every fucking thing. Like, come on, man. You
ain't gonna lie.
DSing because he said you kiss white man's ass. Come on, bro. That was triggered. You was triggered.
This is how I feel about Antoine Daniels. I ain't gonna even lie. That man got a dog on his butt. For real. Cause he a bitch ass nigga, because he knew what he was doing. I'm gonna, like you said, I'm triggering. I'm gonna fake a fight, make it look like I'm hard. He got security, and he gonna get away with that shit. Like, oh yeah, Antoine Daniels would have beat him up. Blah blah. No, you wouldn't. Cory was trying to calm down. He got unfair his reputation, and then, you know, if Cory would have got up with him, beat his ass, he would have sued him and said, "Oh, see, they're so ghetto." He would have switched the narrative another way.
There you go. Stand up for your Chicago brother.
You know I am.
Man, look, she's right about that, man. Let's keep going though, because like, look, I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of little jibber jabbering in here for a second, man. But I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play through it.
But what I am saying to you,
I'm gonna speed it up
Anton,
though,
is when you are talking to men face to face. Trust me when I tell you this, man. It's different than online. Face to face.
I'm the same person in real life as I am online. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Right? Anybody, listen, I go city to city. I'm not an online nigga, bro. Like, I create content online, but I really am out in every single city. I done visited almost every single state. I have real meetups in real life. I shake hands.
Cory,
I kick it with people in real life. And I go out there and kick it with the people. I'm not different online than I am in real life. People may think that because they may have never met me in real life, but I keep the same energy. I reciprocate. Or I'm willing to walk away unless it goes up. If it's gonna go up, then it's just gonna go up and we just gonna figure it out from there. But the fact of the matter is, I don't switch up.
See, I'm not
gonna talk about you online. Hold on. I'm not gonna talk about you online.
You're talking about two different things. So you the same person online that you are offline. So you disrespect people all the time offline, huh? And ain't nobody whooped your ass yet? Okay.
He got key security. That's why.
You better keep that security on his ass.
You in real life, I'm gonna be like, man, you know I'm just playing. I'm not that type of nigga.
Yeah, but
either I fuck with you or I don't.
But see, that's just one scenario, Anton. What I'm saying to you is this. This is what I'm saying to you. I ain't saying it to offset what you just said. I'm trying to talk to you now.
And I'm not a tough guy either.
I'm not either.
I'm not a tough guy.
I'm not a tough guy. I don't even want to perpetrate like I'm a tough guy. But what I'm saying is, when men stand between each other, there is energy that is being transferred. And trust me, when men disrespect each other face to face, motherfuckers can die.
I agree.
That's why when I'm talking to a man, especially face to face, I try to make sure I don't go over the line. And if I ever go over the line, I can apologize.
Is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying and I agree with you.
Right.
Why is it only face to face? That's where we disagree.
Well, anything I said, I will say in the face of a man that I said it about.
All right, well,
I don't go there to try to I don't have to shock jock. Even though that's something that people say easily. Oh, he's shock jocking. No. Anything I've said about anybody, I will say right to them if they standing in front of me. And I would like for somebody to research the internet on things I've said and show me that I wouldn't say something to somebody if they were standing there. The only thing I said I wouldn't say to somebody if they were standing there, because I saw Charles Barkley in the airport one day. And I realized how big he was when I saw him in the airport. Now, I've said things about Charles Barkley. If he was standing in front of me and he said, say that shit now, I'll be like, we black, man. Come on, let's calm down. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only one.
You know what the problem with this show today is? We got to do a part 2. Because we ain't talked about none of the shit that we supposed to talk about.
That's why, because we can't say dick sucking in front of each other, brother.
Well, I know that now, right? I get it.
And I appreciate you for giving me that, because that shit, I forget. I'm still Cory. Because I don't live a life of getting into it with people. I really don't.
No, Cory, you pick on people that you think ain't gonna respond to you.
Give me an example.
Cory, you pick your targets based off of what you think they ain't gonna do. And that's why you feel comfortable saying some of the wild shit that you say online.
But I asked you this, and I'm gonna ask you again.
I'm not gonna say
Give me an example.
No, I'm not gonna say no names.
You can't give an example.
No, I can.
Will you please
because I don't want to implement nobody into this. That, you know,
why they need to keep scooting back?
That'll be bad. That's not a good thing.
Do you understand by you saying that?
I like to speak from my own perspective.
It sounds like babble.
But you know it's not babble. It's real, and you know it's real. That's why you laughing.
I'm laughing at you because you didn't. I had to ask you twice so far.
You pick your targets
I pick on people
carefully,
and I said, give me an example.
You pick your targets carefully, very carefully.
So you can't give me an example
because
that's the third time.
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You tiptoed around Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the last time I said something about it?
You tiptoed around Dave.
I'll give you that.
You tiptoed like a ballerina.
But now I'm gonna give you that.
No.
But what did I tiptoe about?
You would not have did that shit on a regular motherfucker. You know that Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special was not it.
And I tiptoed around it.
And you tiptoed around it because you didn't want the smoke.
I did.
Overall. And so you pick and choose your targets carefully.
You said I didn't want the smoke.
No, because you didn't want the you didn't want the backlash.
Okay, but look, let me say this because you brought it up. I did tiptoe around how I really feel with the last special, because I'm not gonna lie, it's everything that I said the time before when I spoke about it. Hot trash, no jokes. In the future, when people watch it, that don't know him like we know him now in this culture, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I'll give you that. I did tiptoe around his special, and you know what?
I
can live with that. I can live with that. But what else? I ain't trying to think of nothing else. But I'm saying, I think that was kind of. You found a way to bring that nigga into it.
I love you, Darlene. I love Craig. But they will not call you out on your bullshit and challenge you.
Now you trying to turn.
No. You asked me for the feedback. I didn't volunteer it. You forced me. I said, you know what?
Now, see, that was a punk
that.
move. He tried to put them in there and to
He tried
defuse
to bring
it.
it in there. And at the end of the day,
But it's a lie because Darlene will be like, nah, bro, I disagree with that on that person you talking about. She called him out for stuff he said about certain people being gay. She was like, no, I think you reaching now, Cory. Or she'll call him out on certain people that they know and be like, no, I don't think that's a fit. They've gotten to anybody that watches, like I watch it enough, at least. Darlene and Cory have got into heated conversations for her calling him out. Craig may not do it all the time. Like Craig ain't really trying to disrespect the big homie, and I get it. But as far as saying that, that's not true. You had what's the Ryan Davis, the heavyset comedian brother. He's called Cory out for stuff. You had Zoe call him out for stuff. You had Grady call him out for stuff. Bobby Blanton, like you can tell I watch it. Bobby Glenn, the OG out there, LA, you know what I'm saying, very well known, that was on the show that ain't on no more. He's called Cory out. Cory don't have a whole heap of fake motherfuckers around him that won't call him out. And I've watched the show enough that he's got into heated conversations. So he's capping.
Now with Cory to me don't pick on the weak. Cory do go after big people that will say something about him and will try to drag him. Like he went after Cynthia G. He went after
Andrew G.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Bryant. Almost put that front thing on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
He done went after a lot of people. And the sad part is it's crazy. Like, first off, one thing is, at the end of the day, he is a boss, and y'all just gave examples of when they done came back at him. Darlene defended the fuck out of Shannon Sharp. When he was calling Shannon gay, she was defending Shannon. She was going against him on that. So, like, for Anton to say that, he got a whole bunch of yes people around him. If you say so, buddy.
Go ahead.
Another thing too, let's keep it real. He talk about it on the same online. You are not the same online as Anton. If you that angry and you say, then that means every little comment somebody says, you can't even get mad at like 500-600 people that's in your comment section and say, because I've said stuff about Antoine Daniels, he haven't even responded to me. So I know you don't. I'm the same online. You don't even have the time or care or can read. But if somebody in your face, you're gonna address it right then, right there, because you setting boundaries. You let them know, hey, don't do that.
Exactly. And going back to what you said, Liam, Cory has called out plenty of big names that could end his career. What is he talking about? Oh, you pick and choose? No, this man has called out people that can end his whole shit. He's called out stuff about YouTube, and they could end his whole shit. So to say, oh no, you pick and choose and all that, like Cory, he'll joke when it's like somebody who's shorter than him. He'll joke about that, but he'll tell him like, nah, bro, that dude bigger than you. I don't think you should do what you saying. And he'll keep it real. He's not perfect. We all know Cory can get disrespectful, but he'll let it know I'm growing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be better. So that situation with jumping in Anton's face, and I think what helped Anton, even though he talking about, oh, let's go outside, is when he didn't say that de-essing. When he was like, hey, say that one more time. No, we can go outside. No, go outside for what? Just say it right here in front of this camera so everybody can see, and you can't go back in line and say, oh, I whooped Cory ass. No, I can't even go back and say I whooped your ass. Don't nobody know. But if we do this shit right now on camera, can't nobody lie about nothing right now.
Right. Yeah, you was baiting him, making like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna fight me off camera. I'm hard or whatever. Let's do it right here and there. That was good. Yeah. He trying to make it seem like, yeah, you weak because you don't want to step outside. No, of course, like, let's do it right here. So you can't say shit about what I did behind Carol. I'm a bitch or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Man, let's keep going, man, because we ain't gonna lie, we might not make it through the whole thing, but shit, we gonna keep grinding though for a little bit.
No, you said this gonna be a long night. I want to hear that shit.
Okay, well, let's get
hold
to
you
it.
to
What
it.
you want to do?
Well, how about this? Can I respond
Because
to that?
Darlene is real chill, and she not gonna cause no friction, and Craig is happy to be here.
Okay, so can I say something about that?
But see,
you don't cut me off.
I don't give a fuck because I'm rich too, so I'm cool. I got my own movement. I got my own motion, so I can tell you the truth And I think that you also surround yourself with people that will not challenge you because you big dog to them. Okay. You big bro.
Okay, so let me say this, since you brought up Darlene and Craig. Let me say this. You don't know our relationship. But see, I'm doing more teaching. I'm doing more teaching on some real street level shit than I thought I would have had to do. But listen to me, Anton. You don't know me and her relationship?
I'm listening.
Maybe the reason you don't get the results you want from her is because there's a certain level of respect that comes from me and her relationship. That's what I'm saying. You don't know, brother. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about you
speaking on her.
I'm not talking about you talking about her. I'm talking about when there's certain subjects that come up on your show.
We done argued on the air a million times.
Man, come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
Cory, sometimes you be on bullshit. Nobody call you out on it.
Now I'm trying to teach you, but I don't think you catching it.
Okay, I'm observing.
You don't know my relationship with this woman. You don't know. So when you see it online and speak on what you see online, you can't really speak from factual things that are happening in the world, Anton.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So, and with Craig, I don't know why motherfuckers say Craig don't have a backbone around me. Because one thing I say that Craig beat most motherfuckers' ass I know. I see motherfuckers don't be fighting Craig. I see motherfuckers don't run up on him with that bullshit quick. The motherfuckers who I seen ran up on Craig way bigger than Craig. So the obvious needs to be said because I believe that there's a lot of people who don't know the obvious, and I can't teach you that in an episode. But I'm saying, like, if you ever see me around any woman, Anton, if you see me around any woman, trust me, dude's been paid, homie. And I can't say it no other way better than that. Dude's been paid. That might not be something you would catch. I'm saying this for the streets. Dude's been paid, homie. Trust me, man. Trust me. I don't be around just anybody. I can't let any type of woman just come with me and be connected to me in no way. I don't like that. If you around me, it's a reason you around me. And I'm saying, like, I don't know if I could graduate you to that next level of the conversation. And that ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying, like, you see somebody around me, oh, I ain't just got anybody around me. Dude's been paid, homie. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't saying that tough either. I'm just trying to say it in a way where I hope you can understand. Yeah. Okay, so anybody around me, dude's been paid. I don't let anybody around me. If you around me and dudes ain't been paid, I'm trying to get away from you because I don't know you. And ain't no dudes been paid, so I don't know you. I don't know you.
And we spoke right before the show.
Question for Anton.
So.
What happened?
No, I'm not talking about.
No, I understand.
You get me?
I got that. Right. I got that. But in my case too, whenever I choose to speak up or challenge him on anything or tell him, look, I don't agree with that or what have you, I won't keep delving into it because I don't see the point, because I know at a certain point with men like you at your age, there's not going to be any change. So why? I don't even bother with it. I just, I might say, I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And then if they want to, I'm not for it.
I'm with you.
That's it. I just don't like, I don't do that. I got way more important fish to fry. And I thought, I'm not going to change this man's mind on stuff. So I just don't even bother.
But another thing about the ladies, since we talking about this, see, whenever I see a woman with a man, most of the time, if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself, what is this fuck shit? Why is this motherfucker in the streets with you? That's how I feel about life. So I'm saying, like, that might be a prejudice that I have. I can admit, if a woman is in the streets with a man, what is this?
Why? Why do you care about that? Why is that meaningful to you?
No, it's not that I care at all, because it's not my business. But I'm saying, like, if a man stepped to me with a woman and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
you mean like checking you?
Not checking me, brother. I'm saying, like, if a man has a woman with him,
okay,
and you know what I'm saying, it's not his.
This is what Cory kind of started some bullshit.
I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. Like, if a man got a woman with him and he say, hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so-and-so, it makes me say, okay, this is his lady. That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman and all like this, whatever, and this bitch ain't been explained, I'm like, hold on, what the fuck is this type of shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G. And I know you know what I'm talking about, because you ain't finna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if somebody introduces you, if somebody took the time,
I don't know what he's talking about.
If somebody actually walks in and takes the time to introduce you to somebody, that's being imposed. I'm like,
there's people in the chat say, what is Cory talking about?
All of them
don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm like, uninitiated.
Right. This is where
Say, go ahead.
This is where we was talking about with this type of situation. So remember, and this is just to introduce this part right here so to make more sense because some people may not be catching it. So remember how we was kind of briefly we spoke about this where Anton will make it seem like he fucking hoes, but then try to act like he not.
Yeah.
So for everybody who's watching that may not catch what Cory's saying, he's basically talking about the chick Mika. She be on his show. He's basically talking about why you bringing this chick out here to me, and this ain't your wife. I know you married, so why are you bringing some shit? Talking about you trying to, can she get on the show? And I don't know her. I don't move like that. And Cory's not lying. As much as a dirtbag Cory can seem, he'll tell you the truth. He trick. He do this and he do that. He do this with women, move like this with women. What he's saying is actually admirable because, and he'll do this a lot, and people will go off certain things he's saying. It's like, y'all forget he's a comedian. Y'all forget his stand-up. This is Cory just wild like that. And this is, Chicago upbringing and stuff. But when you think about it, Cory got a lot of real man morals. Why are you bringing some woman around me that's not your wife? And I know you married. Don't bring that shit up here, bro. I don't want nothing to do with that because now you're involving me in some shit.
Yep. And that's some real nigga shit. Like, look, dude, I ain't gonna lie. Now, especially with you explaining it like that, because I was kind of catching this drift, but you made it more understandable for me. I've had this situation before many a times. I see random chicks come up with dudes and shit, and I don't know the situation. That could be your brother, that could be your cousin. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. Guess what? It ain't my business. Even if it was a bitch that I thought was cute and I wanted to holler at her, I'm not gonna do it because I don't know what that situation is. I'm just gonna stand back. It ain't my business. Not gonna say nothing about it. Not gonna talk about it. Not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just act like the motherfucker ain't there because obviously you didn't introduce who the fuck it was.
Yep, she ain't important.
That's real shit. That's real respectful of a man. That's real respectful of a man. And Anton, you might be cheating on your wife, and I think people might know that because you keep trying to act like you is, but you keep saying you ain't.
Yeah, and think about it. A dude that's that arrogant like that, are we really gonna sit here and act like where we come from? Just on some man culture. We understand men who have the utmost respect for their woman, their wife, or whatever. They don't talk like that. We already know that. The dudes who are, even if it's kind of disrespectful to do it behind their back, like I remember Mike Epps made a joke about that. Yeah, I remember Mike Epps made a joke about that. And he was like, a dude be acting like a certain way when he in front of his woman versus when he around the fellas. You're like, that nigga ain't like that. And it's because it's like, dog, we know certain dudes who are dirtbags and they hide that. But you have men, and Cory was on some man code for the shit because he was like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna be sitting around here bringing this off-brand chick over, this great value chick over here, and you married to something. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. And that's some great man code shit. And people like scapegoat and look over the fact that Cory don't play that shit. He's honest about who he is. So he don't like when he's around, especially men. You call yourself a man, I stand on principles and morals and all that. Then why the fuck is you moving like this and you not standing on your business? You know what I'm saying? Because I try to be respectful that Anton not cheating on his wife. It seems like they got a great relationship. But dudes that are arrogant like that and say that type of shit that Anton says, dog, I think I'm starting to think like remember we talked O'Shea, Duke Jackson called that. At first I was like, I don't know about that, O'Shea. I don't think he's right about that. But he brought up some examples and why he talked the way he do. Arrogance, oh, I'm rich, I got money, and then I got hoes, and oh no, I ain't talking about like that. The fuck are you talking about? But you want to tell females on your panel, ain't no reason for a woman to be in your hotel room. There ain't no reason for you to send your wife off all the time to go shop and go do what she want, and then you parade another woman around. I'm gonna bring my wife with me. You know what I'm saying? To show that. Like, I'm gonna be like Mike Pence.
She should have been on the flight with him out there to California, not that girl.
No, she was with him, but his wife was off shopping and shit like that. But what I'm saying is, I noticed every time he called his wife when she's not around, and if he's around another chick, but his wife is off doing something, it might be like that Kevin Hart situation where his women, his ex-wife and his previous wife, because his ex-wife made jokes about it. Mm-hmm. They like being understanding because I live the lifestyle. Like Kevin Seven used to say, guys, so guys like that, they move how they want to move. But it's like, dog, Anton, you may got a little money, but you're not Bill Gates, bro. You're not Bill Gates. If your wife, man, come on, women, because I seen how his wife moved and certain things, and I'm just like, if God forbid, dog, your wife decide to take everything from you, she gonna get it because she knows the ins and outs, and she moved. She moved in a certain way. I'm like, don't ever piss off. Whatever y'all agreement is, make sure you stick to that because your wife will get you for every fucking thing, bro. Everything.
It's like a little schoolgirl. Let's keep going because we do got to get through this motherfucker. Damn, we ain't, nigga, we have made it.
Especially if I know that person.
This is what I know. This is what I am. I admit that I am a C student.
In what?
In life and everything. Okay. In school and everything. I'm a C student. So the way I like to do it is I like for people to break it down to me like a C student. Help me to understand like I'm barely graduating. Break it down to me like a little child. The way that you would talk to a child, talk to me.
Right.
That's why I like to do it. And it's easier for me to digest it.
I like that you said that. But see, I'm at a stage of the game. I ain't got time to talk to kids.
Why not?
I don't got time to talk to kids. My kids grown. And I'm saying, like, if they asked me to go to the school and speak to the children, I would tell the children to do what's right. Because I know that's what they're supposed to do. I'll be like, listen, do what's right. Whenever you get that feeling like you're doing something wrong, then, step back and do what's right. That's what I would tell kids. That way I would be able to speak from the heart.
So you're one of those do what I say, not what I do?
No.
Let
me tell you what my translation of that is. This is my translation of that. I don't want to substantiate my argument, or I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak in riddles, and I also want to speak in parables because then
How's that a riddle or a parable? He just said, look, I would just tell him to do what's right. Don't do evil, do right. Oh, you speaking in parables and riddles. What? Nigga, that's like saying, don't go left, go right. Why are you speaking in parables, nigga? Don't go left, nigga, go right.
But hold on. He said he a Christian, right? Yeah. So if he's a Christian, the thing that he studies the most speaks in parables, which is the Bible. The Bible speaks. Anything and everything you read in the Bible got parables. Every part of it has parables. Every part, because back in those times, the way they spoke with English, die this, die that, all of it is parables that you have to pick up on. That's why you need the thesaurus and all of that to pick up on what they're talking about because it speaks in parables. So what the fuck is he talking about?
He's just talking, man. Let him keep talking though, man. He think he's saying, he one of them people that be saying a lot of shit. What we used to call it when it comes to political shit, word salad. Saying a whole bunch of shit, but ain't saying nothing. Said nothing. That man literally, he was very direct with what he said. He said, if I went and spoke to the kids and I see that you get that urge to do something wrong, I tell you to step back and do what's right. How the fuck is that a parable or a riddle?
I say, well, if you don't know, you don't know, you don't get it. I might get it. I might know exactly what you're talking about, but I might act like I don't know what you're talking about because I want you to substantiate your argument. So that's what I.
Oh, keyword. You might act like you don't know. Okay, so you trying to cause problems.
I stand on. But that's why I say break it down to me like a C student so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about. So that we all can understand it because we all may need to learn something.
Right. So
that's
look, what you said,
they teach, right?
You said you go, but what you said in there, that was a key word. You act like you don't know. And I know you act like you don't know, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said it. Believe me, you said it.
Phil laughing?
Phil silly. He's really trying to, look, it was an intense moment in here, Anton, and we trying to make it where it is professional. We trying to make it where it ain't what everybody said might be or whatever the fuck, because I ain't with all that. I ain't got to go to war with no man who visited our show and probably didn't understand one thing, how I was thinking, and I probably didn't understand one thing, how he was thinking.
Cory not gonna have me back on the show, y'all.
You funny, man. You funny. If I wasn't gonna have you back on the show, I wouldn't have shook your hand. I hope you believe that. When I caught myself, I was like,
you know what I'm doing right now, Phil? I'm putting pressure on him to get me back on the show.
But it ain't working
by saying that he's not going, because
it ain't gonna work like that. But I'm saying
Cory don't like this, dog. He don't like this.
What Cory don't like? Why you talking to that man over there?
Because I got to talk to Phil. I'm talking to Cory through Phil. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Here's the thing.
Them the games where niggas get into fights. I'm telling you, this is how it jump off.
Cory not gonna have me back on the show because Cory is not having fun right now. This is gonna be one of Cory's best shows, but he's not having fun right now. And Cory seems to be a feeler. I'm more of a results-driven guy. Cory seems to be the type of person that goes off of how he feels.
If you notice, I'm doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can get crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual behavior.
I said Cory seems to be, meaning that I'm leaving open a door to get corrected. I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to give my opinion. So you don't want me to get my
You can have the freedom, brother. What I look like trying to take freedom from you?
No. I'm starting to feel some type of way, bro, because why is everything homosexual to you?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like,
when did the conversation turn into homosexuality again?
Okay, I'm gonna let you land. Because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything gay?
I can explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe look, I'm not saying that you gay, but what I'm saying is if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not getting it.
You still talk about me. Homie, this is a gay conversation.
It's not.
When you talking to men who play in riddles and stuff like that, I'm telling you.
You the one that's talking in riddles.
You ain't never been to jail, have you?
Hell no, I ain't never been to jail.
I could tell. I could tell.
You been to jail?
Nope. Nope.
So what the fuck that mean then?
I'm just saying, like, if you went to jail, they would have to start you over from scratch.
What would they do to you?
The people who
You would be the tough one.
No. Just let me land with this. The people
I don't think from a jail perspective, nigga. I'm not a jailbird. I'm never going to jail.
I see.
What the fuck is we
Well, you
talking
can't
about?
say what you'll never do, but I'm saying
never going to jail, bro.
Okay.
I don't even have that. I don't even like that type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point. Anton. What I'm saying is, I have been around enough people who have been institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men who not finna play with you. That's all I'm saying. I don't
hang around niggas that been to jail, so I saw for it that way. The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw for it.
Okay.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized that had to carry themselves a certain way because they made a decision that they wasn't supposed to make.
And you know, it shows that you've been around people.
He lying like a motherfucker because he was. Remember all them videos he was doing with Charleston White and his homeboy and manager Dewberry? Them niggas been in prison. How you gonna say you don't do that? And when y'all had to fall out, you felt bad because y'all had so much love for each other. Both sides were saying that. So and we already know Anton's history. If you've seen live production with Dewberry on there and Charleston on there, what are you talking about? You do. You're from Detroit, remember?
Yeah,
a straight fucking liar, dog. How you keep yelling, I'm from Detroit? If you hollering, I'm from Detroit, we know what that means. If a nigga say I'm from Chicago, I'm from New York. If I say I'm from the Bird, I'm from St. Pete, we know what that means. Don't yell that shit if you don't mean it. I'm gonna say this real quick and I'm gonna land. The same way Stephen A. Smith try to act like he want black people to be better, but he always talk down on black people. But want to be around black people. Anton Daniels is that same as hairline back thief. Somebody stole his hairline ass Stephen A. Smith. You talk all this shit about black folks, but you always want to be around. Who Anton always got on his panel? A bunch of black folks. Who Anton always around? Who he doing his shows with? A bunch of black folks. But you want to talk like niggas ain't shit, but you will use us to get somewhere? You got money already. Then why the fuck do you even care about our disposition as a people? You a fuck nigga because you trying to use somebody. Only fuck niggas do that. And where we come from, you would not get around. You got to pay somebody, like Cory said, because fuck niggas can't easily move around the people like that. Stop lying.
Trying to be like them colonizers.
The side of the game, because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave that time up, and it was actually a learning process for them. But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here. Anton, I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been talking to you. I don't believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated on how to be around each other, because men can go to war over misunderstanding.
He's throwing an intellectual shot right now.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Over here or anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians. Understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other, because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when it happens. I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Maybe you walked into something that you.
Man, this man, he understand everything, but earlier he said he a C student. He ain't that smart. Like, nigga, what is it, bro? You just talking out both sides of your neck, man. Like, this is what you call a master manipulator. He argues like a woman. I'm just gonna say it right now. I was trying to hold it, but I'm gonna say it now. He argued like a woman. No matter what the argument is, he has to be right, even if it contradicts what he argued 5 minutes earlier. That's all he owns. No matter what it is, he can argue that the sky is blue, and then 10 minutes later, the motherfucker arguing that the sky is blue, he gonna argue that bitch is green. That's just what he owns.
He tries to be like he tries to pretend to be a sophisticated Charleston White. Cause you know how Charleston White is. He started all this shit, but I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna have this on me. I'm gonna have security and stuff like this when I get into it with niggas. That's all he do. I guarantee you, he learned that from Charleston White, because I noticed before when he was just online. You know, I told you before the Fight Club shit like that had, and that's why I met Fatty, Ali, and other people that he wasn't on there all the time. But he'll be on there sometimes, and I notice certain things he do. I'm like, he don't do that in real life. He tries to say, I'm the same person. You're not the same person in real life, because I noticed once you got around Charleston White, you started doing that. Now, he will still say inflammatory things, derogatory things towards black people. He always did that. But I noticed when it comes to moving around certain people, getting security, he's doing the same thing Charleston White does. He's willing to try to do what he can to get content. It's like, bro, Cory is sitting there. As a real grown man, a real nigga grown man OG. He's trying to tell you, bro, I didn't put my hands on you because I caught myself as a grown 50-something-year-old man. I caught myself. But you're 43, 44. You should know better too. I said 35 and under need to learn this. You need to know this better, because you moving like this and because you got money can do this and do that. But I'm sorry to say this, God forbid, because I ain't trying to put nobody on it when it comes to life or death, God forbid. But when it comes to this,
don't get hurt moving like that.
Yeah, like that whole I do this and I pull up. You've never talked like that before, bro. Because I've seen, dog. We ain't gonna have all that time tonight. But I can tell you, I've seen watching a lot of his videos over the years, people that talk disrespectful. He mute them, shut them off, and all that. He's never said, "Let's pull up." If you was built like that, like you said, now you talking about you would pull up. You would have been saying that for the last 4 fucking years. You wouldn't just say that now because the interaction you had with Cory, and you talking about a 54-year-old man who was growing every day and like, I can't move like that. You not talking. It's not the same comparison. It's levels to this shit, bro. You're not gonna do that around some real hitters. You talking about, oh, well, I'm from in Detroit, but you bring up your family and friends all the time. We already know it's a different level of how we deal with each other. We're gonna tussle, roll around, get dirty, wrinkle up our shirt. But we're not trying to damn near each other. We know better than that, because you don't have to answer to your family, your parents about what you did to your sibling. I had to go through that my whole life. My siblings and we as brothers, we go to each other, get in each other's face, all kinds of crazy shit. But we know at the end of the day, God forbid, we don't have to explain to our mother that we did the unthinkable to our brother. Let's just keep it real.
Nigga playing, bro. He playing a dangerous game.
He wasn't expected.
I don't go with.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe. But I tell you what, that's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was gonna happen like that fast. That's why out here, I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said,
you say I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world is a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied, because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like the chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to
he ain't shit on
I'm
himself.
not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me, because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
Careful.
I'm telling you.
You shitted on me to my face, but that shit will lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
trust me,
the tough talk? I got security. You got security.
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your.
You gotta hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna have to hire somebody.
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking.
Hold on, real quick. I gotta say this real quick, Jay. This is where, like I said, MTR.
Talk for a second. Give me a second.
Okay, I didn't know. This shit lasts a little long. We talking, but MTR called this out. Craig Facts called this out. Other people called this out. He showed his true colors when he said, "You just talking. You ain't gonna do nothing because I got security. You got security." We already said this. Once he said that, he exposed himself, and anybody who's I seen other video, gang of videos where people was like, oh yeah, no, Cory, this and this and this and that. All right, Cory did have to take a L, and my thing when I say L, I've been saying this for like last 5 years or so now. The L is not a loss; it's a learning lesson. Cory had to take a L for a learning lesson. So did Anton. When Cory got in his face, he tried to scoot up a little bit and all that. But Cory told him, say that DS and crap again and see what happened. He didn't do nothing. Then you go around, I would have whooped his ass and all that. And it's like, bruh, I guarantee you, if Cory decide now and be like, all right, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do it on camera. We're going to box. And we're going to show everybody what it really is. You a little motherfucker. You a little fat five motherfucker. It's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. And I've changed. But I guarantee you Anton's not gonna do that. And if he's stupidly enough, like he said, all these rappers capping that. And I'm like, he talking about the rappers that be catching cases every other year? What are we talking about? He just said it. He just exposed himself when he said, I got security, you got security, which means that let's step outside. You knew that shit wouldn't happen. He said Cory stepped into something he didn't know was gonna happen. He just exposed his whole hand. Just let him talk long enough. He gonna expose himself, and that's what he did.
Tell himself.
Get tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face, and then you act like it was all good.
You said that I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you.
No, you said that, bitch.
Is that not what you said? You said that out of your.
He said he don't think that you knew you was disrespecting him. You turned around and said, I disrespected you to your face. That's
no, that's not what he said. That's not what Cory said. What he said was, but that I feel like right now you getting kind of disrespectful in the conversation. And then he said, no, and he was like, I disrespected you to your face. So when he tried to say Cory said it, no, he said it. He said I disrespected to your face after that. Yeah,
Cory didn't say that shit to him. Yeah, that's like I don't know what Anton on, but he master manipulating type shit.
And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because
you still talk about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing the conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
You still talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man. You gone.
I'm not the jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass Hey, homie, get your bitch ass the fuck on and walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do. Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to, cake ass nigga. And go get you a bodyguard because the nigga be gonna slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door. I am who I say I am. I stand on it. Fuck a friend.
So do you want to show the little time like we got left? Do you want to show what I sent you with Craig Facts response?
Yeah, I got you. Let me finish just a little bit more of this real quick, because I know Cory's still talking a little bit shit, and then we'll show Craig response to it.
What up?
There's a new word in the dictionary called rage bait, right? So that's what you just witnessed.
So rage bait. Let me tell you something.
It's a new word.
That ain't no new word.
Okay, bet. It's
Let me tell you something.
New word.
Where I'm from, if a nigga say something about sucking dick, nigga, it's on.
And he knows.
I don't know nothing about no niggas saying nothing to no nigga where niggas talk about suck dick and niggas be ready to swing.
And he knows that.
But he didn't say that dick sucking shit again. Get your fat ass out of here, nigga.
It's just certain words
That's
you just
a
don't
hate.
use.
In here with this bitch that he know ain't his wife and motherfucker trying to get the bitch on the show. Bitch, nigga, you ain't got it like that, nigga. Get your cake ass out of here, nigga. Like, I'm finna be upset. This is what I wanted to talk about today, mainly. We have a situation in America going on where There are a lot of men that don't want to reveal themselves, but they have bitterness because they know you're not the type of guy they are on the Backdooria side of the game. Let me say
You
this
pretty
one
much
more
can pull up the what's it called, because it's gonna be a minute before he go back to talking about him.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, because this shit, look, man, just give me your thoughts on how you think this situation went, because I've been reading a lot of comments on this shit, and I disagree with a lot of people that was like sitting over here talking about Cory was scared and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that.
But remember what I had talked to you about, before was for Anton, it's gonna look like a win to a lot of people, especially you got over 1 million followers now on YouTube. It's gonna look like a win for a sucker. And remember, I also said, and I know I'm wrong for this, y'all. I know y'all gonna probably get on me about it, but I understand. I started being like, you know what? I wish Cory would have popped off on that nigga when he sat in his face. The reason why I said it, because I knew he was gonna turn around and make it seem like he won. And it's kind of like one of those, I won because I stood up for myself. But you're not looking at the whole scope, the whole field of the thing. Is this man is in somebody else's studio. He pays to be there, and this is what Cory said, not trying to, diss him, but he pays to be there. And if he would have did something wrong, and it's kind of like what I said to you before, it's a situation where people say I'm not doing such and such no more because they're just not into the toxic shit no more. You know what I'm saying? They're just not going through it with a person right now, but they still will go there. Cory actually showed great fucking restraint on this episode because, y'all, when he went over there, I've never seen Cory do this to somebody in their face. I've seen Cory talk shit to somebody in their face, but I've never seen Cory get up and sit in somebody's face. So, like, when he told Craig at the end of the show, when Craig did pop up late, he was like, dog, if he would have said that DS and crack sucking dick shit again, I would have dotted his eye. Then Anton tried to be like, oh, nah, if you was going to do it, you would have did it. No, that is restraint, bro. That's restraint because it's like, you know what? I'm going to give you the chance to straighten this shit out. That's grown man shit.
Yeah, sign
young nigga shit is, young man shit is,
they gonna crash out.
I'm just going to crash out. I'm going to do some YN shit. And I'm not going to even give you the opportunity to explain what you mean. It's no understanding. We both know growing up that there's people that we seen in our lives that had no fucking understanding. We be like, damn, bro, you have to do a nigga. No, because he this. And then they might listen to us, you know what I'm saying? Because we know and be like, but bro, when this situation happened, you didn't have to crash out. And they might be like, you right, bro. Get a chance to think. That's the maturity setting in.
Hindsight is 2020, man. A lot of people don't be getting that. Hindsight is 2020, bro. What Cory did was a responsible adult thing to do, and now he ain't gonna have no financial problems. He ain't gonna have no police problems. It's just gonna pretty much just be people on the internet talking. But guess what? They was already talking before this shit even happened. They've been talking shit about him anyways, because a lot of people don't like the way Cory carried himself. So I'm like, nigga, he did the smart thing. For all them folks trying to act like he was pious, the pious thing I saw was when a nigga got right up in your fucking face and told you to say it again, and you didn't.
Because it's a video. While y'all was talking, you and Lena was talking. I made sure to look at the video. It's some white dude that was all in his face. He told the white dude, extended his hand out, give me space, bro. Don't get in my face. He didn't do that to Cory. So I'm like, how you gonna say Cory's a bitch? And it's like, dog, you bitched up. When Cory said, when you like, don't boss up on me, Cory's like, I already did. We can go outside. Man, nigga, what? We grown men know you don't let no another man jump in your face like that. But Cory said that code that he stand on as a grown man, I think Cory do, because Cory don't get into a lot of shit. He say certain shit and people understand he a comedian, he just say certain shit. But we all know it's certain lines that we just don't cross. And that's what he's trying to tell. Yeah, just off GP grand principle. Dog, I'm not gonna even say this to you to even make it go there. I'm not gonna even disrespect you to make it go there where you would have to crash. I'm not saying, hey, we can say we ain't on the tough guy shit, but we ain't no punks neither as grown men. Dog, I'm not gonna do that to you because what's the point of going through all this? We both may have too much to lose, so we have to be smart. And the devil tries to trick us to think it's okay and throw all that. That's that young nigga shit. But grown men like, nah, I can't do that. Let me
it's shit more important, man. Look, I like to fight, and there's been a lot of people that done been on the internet that we done had conversations with that I wanted to smack in their motherfucking mouth, and I probably would if I was in front of them. But I'd be having to think in my mind, like, look, dude, you got too much shit going for yourself. It ain't no point in losing that over some bullshit. Wait 30 seconds, I ain't gonna be mad about it no more, unless they just said some really egregious ass shit that is like ain't no coming back from. Then it's just I got to be on that point of like, look, just don't be around this motherfucker. Because if I see that motherfucker is on site, and it's like, you just got to be an adult about this shit, man. And these folks, some of the people I've seen in the comments section, I'm like, man, y'all just some ignorant ass motherfuckers, bro. Think about it. I'm a man to walk away. It take a grown man to walk away.
Mm-hmm. And think about this shit. Even like, this was some time ago. If y'all seen it, y'all seen it. If y'all didn't, y'all didn't. Even when me and you had a disagreement online, a couple of years ago or so. We didn't disrespect each other.
We broke up, y'all, for a little bit.
Pause. So, but think about it.
That Dorian shit, nigga.
Say it again. Say it again. But remember, even when we had our fallout, think about it. We didn't say nothing disrespectful to our manhood, dog. That's why we still can rock this to this day, and that's what we want young men, especially young black men, to see is like, dog. When you realize you didn't cross a certain line, it ain't really no reason why y'all can't squash it and be brothers again. Cause we didn't disrespect each other manhood. We ain't, Jay, you a bitch ass nigga. No, you a bitch. We ain't do none of that. We ain't do none of that.
You've seen the ones that you've seen the ones that I got into where it actually got to that point. And it's like,
we both did.
Them niggas ain't around no more. It's like, it's a level to it. Like, we gonna talk about it. We can disagree about whatever we disagree about, but don't take it cross that line. And that's one thing, I agree with you. That's one thing that me and you ain't do. We'll disagree and be mad at a motherfucker at each other. Be mad at like, I ain't talking that nigga in a week. But
hey, cause think about it, even with us, we'll check each other and be like, nah, we ain't gonna go there because so that could be bad, or nah, Jay, that could be bad. We like, you know what, you right. You know what, you right. But like you just said, it's been dude online.
We done had a few
that we had to kamikaze crash on, and we couldn't even be. We tried to be like, no, don't do it, Jay, don't do it. And then you like, he said that trigger word. I can't even tell Jay not to snap. I'm so sorry. I don't want my brother to snap. But once that nigga said that, I'm sorry, bro. As a matter of fact, I might swing on your ass too. If you was here, I swing on your ass too for even disrespecting my bro like that. Real nigga shit. I smash your ass for that shit.
That's one thing I will say, and I know, it's like we kind of hyping ourselves up. I have never noticed opt to cross that line and go there with somebody, and I ain't did it with nobody.
Right.
It's motherfuckers that be losing arguments. They get in their fucking feelings and then they cross that line, and then we might meet you there. But if we meet you there, I promise you ain't come back around here. You ain't come back around here no more. And that's why we got a lot of people that's out there selling solo. I don't know what the fuck they doing. They can't come back around here. Motherfuckers be trying yeah, I got it up here. I got it ready to go.
Got it. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Dropped his own thoughts in regards to the Cory Holcomb versus Anton Daniels situation. I want to go over his thoughts. He was actually another man that was in the room at the time, so he might provide additional perspective on what was going on. So let's hear what he has to say. Let's go.
Go ahead, Joe. Do your thing, man.
Oh, man. Fuck Anton. Texas sharpshooter fallacy. That was a great exhibition of a Texas sharpshooter fallacy last night on 5150, done by Antoine. Now, I say in recent history, the greatest exhibition of a Texas sharpshooter fallacy was the Cat Williams interview on Shannon Sharp. What is a Texas sharpshooter fallacy? As I eat this apple. A Texas sharpshooter fallacy is when a person paints a narrative around a situation as their argument, and they frame the narrative, and they take a shot, right? They pose an argument, and they frame a narrative around the argument so they can seem accurate. Follow me. Again, Texas sharpshooter fallacy is when somebody poses an argument and they frame a narrative around the argument to make it seem like what they're saying is accurate.
This is also referred to as a straw man argument. Instead of arguing your actual point, they will construct a narrative and then argue that point, acting as if it's something that you ever said. But let's listen.
All right, look, I don't know who needs to hear this,
Yeah.
but my man
I'm
just
sorry,
tried
y'all.
that
We
new
got
100
commercials, y'all.
milligram generic Viagra.
Oh damn!
All right, look that up so you can follow me. We with me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
told you they
bam.
fucked
Last
shit up.
night was a cavalcade of illogical fallacy.
That's a
You
good
had two
word.
men who have opposing opinions, both have justified opinions to feel it whatever way they want to feel.
Sure.
Antoine being a conservative, pushing the narratives he pushed, he has the right to do it. Cory
And why everybody keep saying Antoine? Like, I don't get that. They keep saying Antoine. His name is Anton, but they keep calling him Antoine. But I guess it might be an inside joke that I don't know nothing about. But it's Anton. Even
No,
Lena was saying that shit.
dog. I
It's
think, dog. I seen people say Antine, Anton, and all. I'm like, where y'all getting this damn name from? Like, dog, these people actually fucking his name up. They don't know who he is like that. That's why.
Look, it's kind of like when Wally used to try to pronounce names, he always say the name wrong. I be like, no, nigga, that's not how you say his name, bro. But it's funny. It's funny to me. It's funny as hell. Everybody be saying Antoine. I don't get that.
being who Cory is, being a comedian with a comedic point of view. That's what a lot of people who are political don't understand about a comic. A comic's political point of view is personal. It's not political. So it's a personal point of view based on life experiences, and it's your interpretation of the world through your view. When you have somebody that's political, their worldview is really a microcosm of whatever political party they're subservient to. So that was the dichotomy. That was the difference. That was the minute difference in the messaging that was coming from both brothers. Cory is speaking.
And see, I don't get why MTR started doing that, because that actually is the case. Like, I know he probably don't agree with it, but I'm like, when you look at people that claim they're Republican or people that claim they're liberal, there are certain things that they kind of align with to even be a part of that group. And they have a worldview based off of those views that that group stands for. Like,
Yeah, remember the one dude said that. Remember the African dude that Daily Wrap Up Crew had on there? He said that. He was like, your worldview is from your culture. So the culture of Republicans and Democrats, they use that as a worldview, and that's why when we say certain things, some people that are Democrats will be, oh, you must be a Republican. But like you said, it'll normally be a Republican saying, oh, you must be a Democrat. They use that as a view, and we be looking like, dog, we can actually be honest that yeah, Democrats actually don't do a lot of shit that y'all do. It doesn't mean that we're not gonna call them out on their bullshit and all that, but it's like we don't align the way y'all think we do. Because remember, Anton tried to say that about Cory and Darlene. No, some of your views, and I'm like, you really don't know Cory like that if you said that. Because if you gonna say the Democrat Party don't care about black folks, then and you watch enough Cory Holcomb, then you know he don't align with the Democratic Party like that. He calls them out too. Yeah, he calls the shit out of them too. Like they wouldn't fuck with Cory because Cory gonna stand on certain principles that they would call him a Republican for. So what are you talking about?
He ain't with the gay shit. You must be a Republican. But then
He don't fuck with Obama like that, Michelle, none of them.
Yeah, but when he call out the racism, they say, "Oh, you're a Democrat." It's like motherfucker can have multiple views, but they try to put people in the boxes, and that's why I'm like, I don't know why MTR making that face right now, because I'm like, bruh, he kind of correct on that, because automatically with people having certain, you align to the group, no matter what, you align to the group, and that's what people. That's what me and you. That's what I mean. We ain't part no group. Fuck that. What you talking about? I got my personal moral views. You got your personal moral views. And if we see a candidate that we like, regardless whether that bitch got a red over his goddamn shit or a goddamn blue over his shit, we gonna vote depending on what our view is on it. That don't mean I'm voting that. Why I never be one of them people that vote down ballot. And I know a lot of people that are in both parties, they just vote down ballot. When they go to the goddamn voting booth, they vote down ballot because they're part of that group. They just vote it for anybody. We'll be the type of motherfucker that sit there and be like, nah, that nigga full of shit. I ain't voting for that one. Oh, that nigga, actually, now he might be good. I'll vote for that one. That should be, we're going left and right, checking motherfuckers. But
and I could be honest, I had to get away from that shit. You remember I told you I had to get away from that shit. I did it before my prior years when I was younger. And I'm like, no, that ain't right. Because I don't know who the fuck this candidate is. So you mean to tell me I'm gonna vote for this person? I don't know who they are, what the fuck they stand for, but because they got blue, I'm gonna vote. No, and then people get mad at you and be like, no, because they this and they that. And like I said before, we get it. On certain things, yeah, they are better. But if you mean to tell me that their views is it's gonna be LGBT for this, or it's gonna be women because of this, and then black men got to be subservient because of this. And it's like, no, that ain't right. I believe in a higher power. Why would I be like okay with that shit? That's wrong. So once you say something against that, and then they blame, like you already know, we talked about this. I did videos on this. As soon as we ain't vote because you know what I'm saying, whether Kamala Harris or whoever and black men had questions, or you're a Republican, it's like, bitch, if you look at my history, I've never voted Republican. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what you on? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Being black, you mean to tell me being for my people first? Now all of a sudden I'm Republican? Really? Okay, if you say so, I'll be that.
Yeah, tell him, make it make sense. But yeah, I don't know why he cringing right here, man, because I think Craig is actually on point with this one. But either way, though.
And his comedic point of view, his comedic point of view versus a political point of view. See, in politics, they always try to make the party's agenda supersede the individuals. If I was on the show, once I sensed that Antoine was speaking in Texas sharpshooter fallacy, I would have ended the show or stopped the conversation, because now I understand that he has an agenda, and his agenda is not based in logic. It's based in a narrative.
Let me comment on a couple of these things. I don't agree with what Craig is saying right here.
I do.
You could say that there are commentators out there that don't have their own thoughts, opinions, feelings, ideologies, perspectives, and they are just a mouthpiece to whatever political narrative. But that's not really what caused the dust up. What caused the dust up was kissing of a white man's ass. Comment back was upping the ante of slurping down BBC. Cory's comment.
But it was based off of a political position that Anton held. I think that's what MTR missed. It's based off of a political position and ideology that Anton had. Anton had already called him a liberal, a Democrat, before all this shit even popped off. So it was already based from a political position.
Yep.
Anton had already let you know that he was a conservative before this shit popped off.
Also think about this. He tried to say to him, remember he said, him and Darlene, y'all already got views that go Democratic. And it's like, no, Cory don't. I mean, maybe you can say that about Darlene more so, but Cory doesn't. The stuff that he says.
He got some liberal views, but everybody got liberal views. We got liberal
But I'm saying when you look at what it is liberal wise, I can't really say Cory does. I mean, maybe you can give me a example of what you mean, but when you look at it, it doesn't call for him to call him a Democrat. Is what I'm talking about when he said like Democrat.
Well, simple shit like how when you say, because this is just how the Republicans have been saying it lately. You criticize Trump. When Cory brought up this motherfucker having 30-something fucking felonies and being in the White House, to Republicans, you must be a liberal.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's where Anton or Republicans would be wrong to say that, is because that's just common sense. You're not gonna sit here and tell me y'all stand for something, but then y'all let shit slide because of your political view. So when MTR said that, I agree with you, because it's like, how you gonna sit there and say that? But the argument is because of political views, and Cory is not. Yeah, Cory's not looking at it as political views. He looking at it like, remember he said in one part, he was like, I try my best to look in the mirror and be able to tell myself I'm a stand-up individual and human and what's right. So if I say this is wrong, that don't mean I'm a fucking Democrat, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying about liberal. They consider that liberal, but it's like, I'm not looking at it as Cory is in his mindset is hypocritical, because how you gonna say you stand on this and then say this is okay? That is actually some human shit. That is actually common sense. Like we talk about. Yeah, we talk about that all the time. That's just common sense. You can't tell me y'all stand on this and then you doing X, Y, and Z, but you want to call me a hypocrite, but I don't do that. That's how Cory looking at it. Like, I'm not what you saying, Democrat. You may say it's liberal, but come on now. It's just common.
He's just keeping it real. So I disagree with MTR at this point right now, but I'm letting him keep going though.
Towards Anton resulted in a verbal response. Anton's comment toward Cory resulted in a threatening response. That back and forth, that simple back and forth was what instigated it to the next level. Now, if you're saying that Anton was doing that prior to any of that, then that is your opinion of the situation. I would hope that any of us with a microphone are not saying things predicated on a political party, right? Like, or in complete alliance with someone else's thoughts, opinion. And in fact, you're saying things kind of just based off of the way that you think about it. Even thinking about the logic of a straw man argument or like Texas sharpshooter, right? You could be saying that you are going to cut the interview once you realize that they are just a mouthpiece. But then Anton can say, not a mouthpiece. You're actually setting up a logical fallacy or a straw man argument and attacking the political party as opposed to attacking that, hey, this is actually my thoughts and opinions on things. But nevertheless, when going into a debate like this, both participants are very aware of, more than likely, if they did research, they're very aware of the different points and positions, right? Like they understand that they're going to be talking to their complete opposite. So I don't know, it should not be a surprise that the majority of Anton's talking points come from a much more conservative perspective. But let's keep listening.
I deposited $400,000 from my life insurance policy
Sorry,
into
y'all,
my
we got
checking
commercials
account.
tonight.
Understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference. People who operate and build from a narrative or within a narrative will not allow you to shadow that narrative because that's the only thing they have to anchor themselves in a debate or a conversation. You have to understand the agenda when you're in these types of situations. So Cory handled himself well because I know Cory, right? Cory is, if any disrespect, he's about that action. You know what I'm saying? So, but when somebody's running a play, you can't just be about that action because if they're running a play, you can actually be carrying out somebody else's agenda by he's standing on something that's connected to your principles.
100%. I 100% agree with this right here. And it sounds as if, like, if they talked about it behind scenes and if he gave him that feedback, that is fantastic feedback, which is why I've said throughout all of this is that in the short term, reacting by puffing up your chest or what might have come accustomed to you, years before as taught to you by your OGs or how you handle a situation if you feel like a man is slighting you based on your sexuality.
Disagree with Craig said earlier.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense because Craig was leading up to that point. You cut the video. I mean, you paused the video to say that, oh, I disagree because X, Y, Z. He said this. No, it was political. That's what Craig's point was. Cory was saying something that was not about being political. It was about just being a human being. And Anton said, I'm Christian and all that. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You're wicked, bro. Anton is wicked.
Yeah.
Because if you're Christ-like, then what you're doing right now, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't align with party. You align with God and His Son and the Holy Spirit. You wouldn't align with this shit that you align with. You're not Christ-like, bro. You already know. Me and you both grew up Christian. Me and you both grew up Christian too, in the church and our families and all of that. We got history in this. We know hypocrites when we hear one. And Anton is a fucking hypocrite.
Certified, but calling everybody else a hypocrite, trying to project his fucking insecurities and his faults on the other people. Make himself feel good. Hey, look, he in the right party for it, though. He in the right party for it. Y'all are a bunch of fucking snowflakes. They said something mean about the president. It's like, y'all shut the fuck up, bitch. Y'all the snowflakes, ho. Shut the fuck up. Other people be saying shit to y'all when y'all be trying to take away people's rights. Like, that's when they start bitching. Y'all bitch when somebody say something. Like, come on now. And think about it. Anton couldn't name one thing that motherfucker said that was disrespectful. It was crazy.
New internet culture, and especially not in debate form, where you might actually earn less respect from a threat of somebody because instead of addressing the points or even responding back to somebody giving you the same energy in a way to one up what they gave at you, even if you do that through a comedic lens or angle, not doing that and wanting to take it physical and then not follow up on that physicality. If that person says, let's go outside, it doesn't do any good. And the thing is that in talking with Cory, behind scenes, it's a good brother right here, man. Very respectful brother, very humble brother. That's I felt like I was talking to somebody that I've known for years. That's how good that the conversation was with him. So I know that he's actually like that. There's just something that happens when you have your brand, your audience, millions of dollars on the line, and you have someone who's diametrically opposed. Like Anton's purpose in here is inevitably not to shake hands on the end of this. It is to take his talking points, his agenda, if you want to say that, his points, his positions, his audience, his brand is up against a political perspective, and albeit it might be a comedian's perspective, but a political perspective that is completely opposite. I think that it's interesting that, Cory will say something like, you'll kiss the white man's ass, but then it seems as though...
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that he said it again, because he really did disagree with it being political earlier, and then he's saying that it was a political perspective. Like, that is kind of crazy. I don't know if he caught himself on that one.
Oh, Cory is in
My bad, go ahead.
Yeah, he Man,
I don't think he called himself on one.
He didn't. He wasn't self-aware on this, because you gonna sit there and say that. But like he said, Cory on a comedic side is saying certain things that Anton told me he's a fan of the show, and actually Anton has said certain things like, of course, Cory. And then not only that, Anton actually did call out Megyn Kelly for what she said about Diddy. Oh, Diddy, fuck that and cussing, and he need to be in prison and all that because of this. Anton called her out for that, but you still on the plantation, dog. You on the red plantation. Because you're going to sit there and tell me you called Megyn Kelly out for what she said about Diddy and due process. Fuck that. He need to be this. But we found out all of the stuff that they say he was guilty for, he wasn't. And I'm not saying. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm with you because I said it from the get-go when all this shit was popping off. I don't like that dude, but that was the craziest thing because I made sure everybody know I don't like Diddy, but I don't believe that motherfucker should be in jail right now.
R. Kelly neither, dog, because people like, oh no, this and that, or what happened with Bill Cosby. And I'm like, listen, I don't have no problem if you catch him for what you need to catch him for, but what y'all don't understand, the same premise what they talk shit about men when it comes to the divorce. Oh, y'all ain't got to worry about that because y'all ain't got no money. But we're saying, and if women are so nurturing and understanding like they're supposed to be, then they should understand what men say. If they can do that to somebody who is that fucking powerful, because D.L. Hughley said this on Vlad's show years ago, because of Bill Cosby's show and the way that Barack Obama moved, that's why he was able to become president. So if we're saying that if they can do that to R. Kelly, they can do that to Tory Lanez, they can do that to Bill Cosby, we gonna sit up here and say they can't do that. These are powerful black men, but you mean to tell me when men like are cautious about marriage or the law, we're wrong for that? How? They can do that same shit. They can do worse to us if they can do that to guys who have transcended culture. You don't look at them just as black no more. Everybody I just named, they don't look at them just as black because you don't become that successful if only black people look at you. And I've said this for years real quick. You can go gold if just a bunch of black people support you. But once you go platinum as an artist, that means more than black people fucking support you.
Well, hey, and just for the people in the back that's a little slow, that's a conservative point of view. But he ain't conservative. It's like shit. You can view things from a bunch of different fucking perspectives, and like people don't understand. They want everybody to be one straight line, you just like this, and one straight line, you just like that. It's like, no, we're like this as human beings.
The same way your DNA goes. It goes the same way that you made that hand motion. That's how our DNA goes.
Yep.
Defense of the Minnesota woman and her actions, which led to a white officer, ending her life. What I find interesting about these conversations is that I think that culturally, black people, we want to talk about black people and not a monolith. I think culturally, black people are conservative as hell. Politically, black people are liberal as hell. And I find that so fascinating to me that the culture can be so different than the political ideologies, but it also helps me understand at the base of it that marketing and politics.
It ain't got nothing to do with that.
This is how I'd learn AI in 2026 if I wanted a fresh start at 50.
Ads today, y'all.
Works.
But like I don't think you can be conservative within an ideology, even if that ideology is liberal. You can be liberal inside of conservative ideology. I want people to really understand that. So I'm like, it ain't one or the other. It's a mix of both. Yes, in our families, black families are really conservative. Inside of a liberal architect, like a structure and shit. Because we come from matriarchies in most of our communities. That's liberal. That's liberal in the motherfucker in the black community. But we have very conservative values about how we move and how we do things. It's like it's a combination of both, but the problem is when you start putting titles on shit, then you start sectioning people into groups, and that's where you get that divide because you put them in a box, then you put them in a box, and now you got them motherfuckers in different boxes. They're gonna start feeling a certain type of way about each other. So like, bitch, I gotta mix of both of that shit. That's why I'll be on this shit. We gotta mix of both, bro.
And let me add this in. Historically, this is where this is why Anton is such a bitch ass fuck nigga, self-hating black man. Because what he forget the reason why we're Democratic and liberal is not just because of privilege, it's because of survival mode. Think about when we in the 60s, when we party switched, it was because of survival mode. The Republicans was this, Republicans was that. They freed the slaves, they did that. But then when we get to the 60s, they became the Dixiecrats, they became the Democrats. They became the same racist motherfuckers they was against because it was beneficial for them. So it became survival mode. That's why we became matriarchy, because of survival mode. If you're going to sit there and tell me that if I vote for you, you're going to still leave me out there to dry. The Republicans started to leave us out there and hanging us out to fucking dry. So why would we keep voting for them versus voting for our interests? That's where black people mess up, is because if we don't decide, all right, we got to pick ourselves up from the bootstraps. I know it's some bullshit because of this country. And you know, I've always said this. I wish MLK got rest the ancestor soul. But I wish but we know he turned to a different tune when he realized he got screwed over. I wish it was more so, you know, we need to vote for our best interest of protection, because we was already kicking fucking ass. I had a conversation with somebody about that today. When it comes to black people, when we compete, we're a fucking problem, dog. We're a problem. Like the videos you did, motherfuckers, oh, y'all don't compete. But then when we do, y'all change the landscape. What? Hold on. So you said all I had to do was get this education. I get this education. Now I need higher education. Now I got to make sure I stay away from certain family members who are criminals. Every time I do something, you change the landscape, and y'all practice nepotism. But I said this to black people before. We got to start practicing that, because I understand we are about working harder. Black people always like, no, that shit ain't cool. I get it. But do you think they give a fuck? They don't care. They do not fucking care. I'm going to give my nephew a job who don't know what the fuck he doing. He barely got a GED, but he's going to go ahead and run this department. They don't fucking care when it comes to survival mode, bro. They don't care. So until we understand or overstand, however you want to say it, until we overstand that when it comes to winning this game, the racial game that Dr. Claude Anderson talked about, it's like, dog, it doesn't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter how much work you put in if you don't know. Like remember what they say? It don't matter what you know, but it's who you know. That is real fucking shit. But back to MTR, and he kind of pivoting back and forth too much, like Pittman. Like our old running back, Michael Pittman. He used to pivot too much. Like terrible fucking running back. Oh my god, he used to make me piss on myself. Go ahead.
But if you bring someone to your platform, they decide to go scorch earth and then rage bait you, right? If their goal is to get you off of your center or to display a component of you that is not accustomed to you. I mean, Cory even said it, that like, he don't want to do this, right? Like, he don't want to threaten, and he's not about that. You know, he said that multiple times within that. So for Anton to say something to get him out of character, that's tough. That's, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Because when somebody studies you, they understand your principles.
They understand what makes you tick.
They base the narrative around the triggers that would be markers inside the principles you have. For instance, if you're a Christian or if you don't agree with a homosexual lifestyle,
they're going to poke at it.
It's called a dog whistle in politics. They will say things that trigger you and evoke a response that makes it seem like you're being emotional. That's why Antoine started being very direct and started being very accusational, because he was trying to trigger Cory. And it worked for a bit, but Cory caught himself and handled himself like a G. I hope they can get back together and do it more. Because at the end of the day, what we need in our community is not niggas that want to be right. We need niggas that want to push an intellectual agenda that furthers the common consciousness of everybody black. Do your research on most cult leaders or most dictators or most people who rose to power and did some absolutely heinous things. These are people who willed their way into that position and dealt with a lot of rejection. So when you're dealing with somebody that
those are also people that understood how to communicate, to emote emotions from the people that they were speaking to. Hear me out. The best public speakers will get you in your emotions. Why? Because from your emotions, I can get you to do what I want you to do. Politically, it might be vote for me.
If you have ED, you might need to work on your mental game. When you're aroused, your brain releases
because now I'm tapped into your emotions. I'm tapped into your psyche. I'm tapped into your why. I'm tapped into how it is that you feel about a certain situation. So I can overstep logic. If I get you in your feelings to try to direct whatever it is that I want about of you. That's why
I ain't gonna say no names, but that little Mustang guy did
communication, the person that gets emotional first loses, because now you are at the control of the person who got you emotional, got you there. Okay. Now, from Cory's perspective, if he comes from a culture of much more hood politics, right? He references jail culture, and he actually compared that to about this. But Craig's absolutely right in his intelligent assessment and all of this is that you inevitably you want to see them back together. You want to see them heal this.
There's somebody that has an agenda. They will sacrifice the greater good of themselves, so one day they can position themselves to be able to tell you what to do and run your life. I'm telling you, you can't stop. You can't just come with the buster bitch nigga talk, whole nigga talk, rat coon talk. You have to understand what's going on completely, even if it don't match how you feel. If somebody is dealing in narratives and speaking in fallacy, they're trying to evoke emotion to make you seem hypocritical and control people's view of you. But it ain't over though. I hope it ain't over. Over. Man, look, man, it's so many great things that come from niggas putting their differences to the side and saying, okay, nigga, all right, let's go in. Let's do what we got to do. Now let's get back to the agenda. I already know Cory's thing is helping black people, helping black women and young men see the light. I don't know much about Antoine, but he says some things. I mean, we need that type of niggas should be scared of a little bit of conflict. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's what this shit is about. Every movement has conflicts, man. But respectfully, niggas, like at the end of the day, two niggas standing on business, they stand on business. It is what it is. Now, I was all the way at station 1640 in Hollywood. Look up station 1640 in Hollywood. I had a show that started at 10, right? I'm on my way from my crib. It's about 9:05. I turn on the show, they arguing. I hear the dude say my name and call me a yes man, right? Then I see it getting heated. I pull up to my show. I say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to the studio. So I drive from Hollywood to Pasadena. Nigga. I wasn't supposed to be there. Hopped the gate. When I pulled up, I blocked the entrance so he couldn't get out. I hopped the gate, but he was already gone. He was already out of there. So I pulled up, had a couple homies tucked in the corner, waiting on that action boss. I pulled up. What's up, man, line? And then I got my ass back to my show. So let me tell you something, man, about this comedy game, man.
Listen, but here's the thing, though. He did that at one particular junction of his life, but ask him if he will do it now. Ask him after.
He literally just said he did it that night.
He did it. It was literally last night when he, like, this is the day after. He literally just said it because Craig and Anton is the same age. If Anton was Cory's age, 53, 54, I don't think Anton would have did the same fucking thing. He wouldn't even went into the Lions Den. He wouldn't be now talking about pulling up. But like I said before, Craig is about that action, and I think that's like Cory said it. He said, man, I didn't see this. You talking about he a yes man, but I didn't see Craig whoop niggas bigger than him, dog. Like I didn't see him chat dudes that's bigger than us, and it's like he telling him like, bro, you don't know.
But the fucked up shit is how did NPR miss that though? He was talking about that night. And nigga said you might have did that later in your life. He said no, nigga.
Yeah, I can't believe he said that.
He missed that one, bro.
I got my ass back to my show. And let me tell you something, man, about this comedy game, man.
Listen, but here's the thing, though. He did that at one particular junction of his life, but ask him if he will do it now. Ask him after all of the success. Ask him after, and I don't know what type of money that, Craig Fax is dealing with right now. I don't know if he has kids now. He didn't have kids in that prior situation. When you have a lot more to lose, you're going to think a lot more long term because you got to go to work the next day. Right, you don't have time for the law. You ain't have time for the lawyers. You ain't have time for the conflict. You can't. Right, you might be in a position where you can't walk into the office with black eyes. Right, like you're gonna tell them that you got into a car accident or something like that. Right, you may have a lot more to lose, and without a doubt, if you put yourself in risky situations, you might be impacting your freedom, your bag, as well as your sanity, or even your life. But let's keep going.
Comedian, I got my own career. I push my own line. I got things I want to accomplish for me and my family that have nothing to do with 5150. I'm a part of 5150. I'm a diehard 5150 guy. But when I heard Antoine attacking the brand, I didn't appreciate that, man. You're talking about a legend in Cory Holcomb that sacrificed a lot and experiences a lot of controversy for having the heart to speak how he feels, regardless of what people think about it. You know what I'm saying? So when that nigga said I was just happy to be here, I laughed because look, I'm a comedian. Anybody that really do comedy know Cory Holcomb Holcomb is one of them niggas. It's an honor to do 5150. I'm not on 5150 to make it my show, nigga. That's Cory's show, nigga. I'm there to be a compliment, you weird ass nigga. But I love to debate you. I love to debate you. You got to play your position on whatever team you on. It's called alignment, exactly. You can't be out of alignment and call yourself a man. It don't work like that. I got my own ship I'm building right here. I got my own studio I'm sitting in right the fuck now, nigga. I ain't no status-driven nigga where I feel like I got to step in every situation and make it my shit and dominate. That's some whole shit to me. I pulled up. I wanted to have that conversation facing, and I had never really heard the dude. I seen him online and shit here and there, but I really don't follow dude like that. I didn't know what he was on. When Cory said he was gonna have him on the show, I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about the dude. We don't got nothing in common. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to smoke, he can get it. I want the debate. Come on, Craig Facts, man. I'll kill you off. Yeah, man, we got to understand, man, when something is agenda-based and something is based in illogic, you gain nothing from giving that attention as far as your emotion is concerned. Once somebody is speaking
this is my point.
Illogic, you got to let them have that. The hardest thing is for us to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because it triggers us. People who ain't on.
Hey, look, you got to be real, because Craig did say something real right there, and I do want to hit this point before he move on. And this kind of goes against something that MTR said earlier, but I'm like, look, we always talk about, and you hear it a lot from the people on the right, but you talk about they want to have conversations. They just want to have conversations and talk. It is very pointless to have a conversation with an illogical person. And for the crazy person, the illogical person, they'll be sitting there talking about, oh, they don't want to talk to me because, you know, they don't want to have conversations. We like to have bitch, you're crazy. If we got to pick which side we want to be on. Like if some people are saying that this is right and other people saying that is wrong, and we all can agree on the outside of like, nah, it's probably wrong, bro. But you keep saying it's right. Why should I be having a conversation with you about whether it's right or wrong if you agree to that way? You're illogical. Anton said, fuck that lady, y'all. Y'all remember that? Early in the video. The lady that got shot out there in by ICE. He said, fuck that lady. That's wrong. So I need to sit down and have a conversation with him just for the sake of having a conversation with an illogical person that literally watched murder. It's like the same people that watch George Floyd get kneeled on and say, well, he did something in the past. So, you know, it's like, no, why should I have a conversation with those people? Because I'm all about having a conversation, but I'm like, dude, it's illogical. Why are you talking to an illogical person? They crazy. Just move on. Just combat their argument somewhere else.
No, and think about that. That's what Cory tripped about. Like I said, if Anton is Christ-like, he would not say F that woman. And she lost her life because of some bullshit. Like I told you before, like sadly, she shouldn't have been in that situation, but you're not gonna sit there and tell me that her parking where she parked, the situation that happened should have led up to her life being like y'all. You're about deporting people. How you end up being a deleter? Think about that. How do you end up deleting somebody who was actually a fucking legal resident, a legal citizen? How do you end up doing that? But dude, you mean to tell me he gonna say F her?
Look, dude, she didn't do nothing that warranted her life being taken from her. She didn't do nothing that warranted her life being taken.
But Cory ain't shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Cory Holcomb ain't shit. This is why it's a good thing this happened and everybody's talking about it, because think about it. All the times that they say Cory's a piece of shit, everybody who said that, who thinks that they're good people, actually, if they are, they actually have to check themselves and be like, you know what? Cory ain't fucked up as we said he was. He just said things that triggered my feelings. But if you actually think about it, the stuff that he stood on this man not coming up to my studio with somebody who's not his wife. He stood on business on that. He stood on business of not being disrespectful of black people. He stood on business of not saying that F somebody who lost their life that didn't actually do nothing wrong. He stood on so many things. And he actually stood on, if you want to say the street shit, he stood on that too. Yeah, he stood on so many things. Yeah. He stood on so many things. Because I seen a brother earlier, I be watching some of his content, and he was trying to say Cory to the L, and I'm just like, damn, dog, you say he's from the streets. You should already know Anton ain't from the streets. He keep bringing up fighting with family members. Everybody fight with their fucking family members. That don't mean you a G. That don't make you a G. Because you fight with family members. Everybody grew up fighting with their siblings and not argue with their siblings. That don't make you no fucking G. Cory is a G because he stand on morals in the streets and not in the real world. Anton doesn't.
No, this shit tripped me out because he was on his show doing this shit. He was putting his hand in this shit. Like, look at my palms. Look at my knuckles. I've been in the streets fighting. Hey, nigga, I bet money I got him more. I bet money I got him more fighting with this motherfucker than this motherfucker done got into. And my knuckles ain't up, nigga. Like that happened when you miss a lot.
Yeah, my knuckles don't look like that. Yeah, my knuckles. Actually, people who fight. Look, yeah, see, your knuckles show the same thing my knuckles show. People that actually fight, their knuckles actually extend. They stick out.
Yeah.
They're not beat in.
Yeah. That motherfucker talking about, look at this shit right here, nigga. That come from missing, nigga. You punching walls and shit, nigga. You ain't been making contact with nobody like that, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm like,
no, people that actually fucking fight, they like the same way you show your knuckles, my knuckles look like that. Your knuckles actually extend out.
They stick
when you actually punch people. Yeah, so that when he showed his, I was like, damn boy, like, what the fuck? Who you punching walls?
Look, yeah, he got to be punching walls and not using lotion. That's all I thought about. Punching walls and not using lotion. Like, bro, you ain't fucking knocking. You ain't doing nothing with them fucking. Like,
remember I sent you that to. Did you see your email? I had sent you your email where he started doing all that whole shit. I don't know if you want to show that or not, but I sent you the email with him doing that.
Go ahead, check this. Hold on. There you go. Let's finish this set out. Here you go. I'll play a little bit more, then I'm gonna find the email in while it's playing.
Oh shit, know how to trigger people in order to gain their attention. Man, you go through this all the time with scumbag bitch. You know, you do everything right for a chick, and then once you don't do one thing right, you all kind of bitch.
They forget everything that you've done,
you
right?
Got a little dick.
Right.
You know how I get? That's the same type of shit. But yeah, man, that was an interesting thing. I got so many calls and so many. Look, I don't crash out for nobody. So even me pulling up last night wasn't no crash out. I'm my own motherfucker. Man, you know what I'm saying? I don't crash out, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You feel me? So respect is number one. You know what I mean? I got a family, nigga. I got places to go in life. We all got limited time. You feel me? You know, so stick to your shit, man. You know, it was a bunch of shit. The ad hominem was very present. That's when instead of sticking to the argument, somebody focuses on a flaw. You know what I mean? So it was very agenda based. Shout out to Cory, Anton. Y'all need to run that back. Run it back with me if you like. I would love to do that. Man called Cory racist. Right. You can't be racist if you're not white. I mean, that's a power structure thing. But look, this is why Neely Fuller said black people shouldn't even be around each other. We shouldn't even be around each other until black people should.
And see, MTR about to do that dumb shit, bitch. Go look up the definition of racism. Like, I don't know why they keep I get it, trying to be higher thinking black people, but what he about to say is bullshit. Go look up the definition of racism. You are getting prejudice mixed up with racism. And honestly, black people, I don't really think they prejudice. I think they got a good reason to feel the way they feel about certain people. To be honest with you. If you just go through history. But watch you about to say. He gonna do that good old nigga shit where they be like, black people can be racist. Not according to the definition. Not according to the definition.
Craig, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you end up having a debate with Anton and you say that you can't be racist unless you're white. See, the thing is that and I don't want to get into like political conversations like that on this platform and even take it down there. But I find so interesting is what's happening in the history behind it. What has happened is that black people, right? Like there was a time period where if you voted anything but Democrat and you were black, you were everything under the sun, all of the racist terms, Now, because of I think the internet and a lot more people are incentivized to talk about things with free thought, free spirit, because there is money associated or attached to it. Now, people who generally culturally only thought one way or voted one way. Now there's this surplus of people that are speaking something completely different. And I think those that either have not really been on the internet like that, not have had time to consume some of these talking points, some of their arguments or things that they say are novice in comparison to the years that some of these commentators on the opposite side, they've been dealing with and handling questions or perspectives as amateur and novices that for years now, right? Like that's a layup for someone like an Anton to be able to go back and forth and spar with you on. But nevertheless, I agree with 90% of the things that Craig said within this video. And also, too, he said something very important. He said, I'm getting...
You done talking? All right, he done talking, nigga. I don't hear that shit no more. I don't hear that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. This was not my best MTR take. Like, in my honest opinion. I was disappointed in him at some points, but all in all, I think he was on the right side of that 50. But Man, look, Craig was speaking facts to me. They call what they call him, Craig Facts. Ain't that his name? Craig Facts. Op ain't helping me out, y'all. I think he disappeared for a second. But
no, I'm gonna let you cook. And then when you said that, I thought you were gonna say, I thought you was doing it as a rhetorical question. Like they call him Craig Facts, right? All right then.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I thought that's what they call. Do they call him Craig Facts? They do call him Craig Facts, right?
Yeah, that's the channel.
Yeah, he was spitting. Look, he was spitting facts. But this is the one Op got for y'all, man. Last video before we get up out of here. Because I already got a text. I'm in trouble.
No. Don't let that be the last video. Just show like 1 minute of this because I want you to end it with what I sent you with Anton Daniels, is where he putting up his knuckles, and I would have whooped Cory ass. You got to end it with that one.
I got you. All right, here we go.
Why we got to go outside?
Right.
If it's really about that, why we got to go outside, nigga? Get down where you mad at. If I'm not walking outside with it. If it's time to go, it's time to go. I'm gonna turn my back and walk outside and let I don't know that well walk behind me. Shut the fuck up with that. Anton still on business. That's clown talk. He didn't want to smoke either.
Okay, so in today's video, we.
All right, hold on. What the fucking where you said you sent this to me at?
It should be the Jay versus what you call it? Yeah.
All right, hold on, man. Are you talking about his 3-hour live stream he did?
Yeah, but I put the timestamp on it.
What was the timestamp? Because I ain't see it. I ain't read
it. It was 30. Okay, I think it was 31 something. Yeah, just look. As soon as you put the email up, it had a timestamp and then it had a link under it.
Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah, here you go. I guess it's Anton right here trying to run his motherfucking mouth, y'all, after the fact. Man, I don't like motherfuckers that be talking shit afterwards like that, man. That ain't gonna lie. That's some whole ass shit. That be making your ass want to go over there and punch that nigga in that motherfucking shit, bro. Like on some real ass shit. Like I done had them situations where motherfuckers talk shit. Like, yeah, that nigga ain't do nothing. And like, bitch, I spared your stupid ass. Like, now you making me want to come over there and fuck you up. But you be having to calm yourself down. The older you get, it's constantly like, look, man, let that motherfucker talk, bro. If y'all run across each other again and it be some shit, fuck his ass up then. But like, but either way though, here you go, check it. What we got right here?
The swing so bad. No, he didn't. Let me be very clear. I want to be very, very clear. I want you to hear it from me directly. I would have beat the shit out of Cory.
This nigga. Christian.
These niggas in real life is frauds. Nigga, who Cory done beat up?
Who you done beat up?
Cory would have got the shit beat out of me. I would have beat the shit out of Cory. And I'm telling you, it is what it is. I would have beat the dog. I would have dog walked that nigga. I would have beat the shit out of Cory. His hands was shot.
I guess they must have told him that he ain't coming back on the show. Look. When I hear him talking like this, they must have told you that you ain't gonna be able to come back on the show, nigga. Because he's would have whooped nigga ass. You wouldn't be saying that shit if you was going back on the show, nigga.
Shaking like a stripper. The nigga was scared. The nigga ain't want to do nothing. All of that woofing online, nigga, I'm right here in your studio right in front of you. Nigga, if you feel so disrespected, then do something.
You ain't say that.
What the fuck is you talking about?
You didn't say that, though.
Nigga, that's all we do in Detroit is fades. Nigga, that's why I keep telling you. Nigga, that's all we do in the city is fades. That's all we do.
Like, what does he think he's showing? Like, that's what I'm tripping on. Like, you got a scratch right there. Nigga, you could have punched the goddamn wall. Nigga, you ain't got no scratches on your other two knuckles.
My brothers, my nephews, my uncles, my homies. That's all we do is fades. That's nigga, all we do.
He ain't got
all
nothing
of
on
this
that
is fade life.
Nigga, he ain't got nothing on these other knuckles, nigga. He got two fucking... You can call them scars on his knuckles. He got two scars on two different knuckles. Talking about we shoot the fade out here. So you punch like you hit everybody. How does that even work? Oh, you must be swinging wide if you hitting. Like if you actually fighting, he got to be swinging wide, y'all. For these two knuckles right here to be the ones that scarred the fuck up. These hoes ain't hitting nothing. He punching you with two knuckles right here. He got to be a wide swinger. That's the only way you gonna get there. Like what the?
No, That's what I'm saying. Like they're showing nothing, dog. For me, all right, I'm light skinned, so of course you may not see like you got to pay attention. I got scars on my hands. I got fighting scars on my face, all kinds of shit. If you fight like that, you gonna have scars every fucking where. You not just go, oh, I'm gonna show my knuckles. These two, my index finger and my middle finger, the knuckle fucked up.
Ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here. He just got something here. And he got something here. He ain't got nothing here through here. Like, nigga, you hit nigga with goddamn 2 knuckles.
No, people I know that fight. People with my hands, your hands, the same way you show, like we said, your knuckles extend. They don't have, they're not back in.
With fat ass.
Exactly. They're not back there like that, pushed in, dog. You can't think about it. You can't cause no damage with your knuckles like that. His knuckles are back in. You don't cause no damage. What are you talking about, nigga? You lying. You're not a fucking fighter.
Yeah, but think about this. Even if he is a fighter, like, bro, he only used to fighting his family members. Maybe, look. And why are you fighting your family members? Maybe they don't like your nigga. That's probably why you a conservative. Because your family don't like you. You fighting your family all the time. Because you ain't talking about fighting nobody else. Your family and your friends. That's what you said. Why you fighting them? They probably don't like your goofy ass, nigga. They probably like, this nigga don't like black people. Now that's why you probably done ran conservative and shit. Because none of them niggas fuck with you like that for real. Makes sense.
You are so right. He did say that before, and think about it, like you said, because he tried to say his family is conservative, but then he said they not. So it's like you moving the goalposts back and forth. Which is it? But think about it. If your whole family was conservative, why are y'all fighting all the fucking time?
Make it make sense.
Y'all can talk and use words. What the fuck y'all fighting for all the time? Nephews and all. I'm like, damn, you fighting these motherfuckers all the time, but y'all all conservative? Nah, you lying. You fucking lying.
That shit crazy, man. I'm gonna let him finish out showing his knuckles off, y'all.
All this right here is fake life, nigga. I don't have to talk about it on the internet. Now, I don't want to do that because that's the thing that we tried to get away from. That's the shit that we got away from in the hood. Give a fuck about.
But you wasn't raised in the hood, nigga.
What you talking about, nigga? I want to be on some intellectual shit. But see, these niggas be thinking that they can do that shit on the internet. They think that, oh man, you know, I could sell a wolf ticket. I could sell a wolf ticket. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into none of that at all. Zero, zilch, nada. I don't want to do none of that.
And look, he getting hyped up because I'm actually looking down at his chat, bro. His chat hyping him up, bro. He been talking real bullshit when his chat was saying shit. He's like, hype me up. They hyping him up right now in the chat.
Oh, Cory broke his wrist. The nigga sit the fuck down. Sit down in and stop acting tough. Stop. Just stop. Again, I'm in your city.
Oh, yeah, but remember, y'all, I want y'all to remember this. This is the same nigga that said he don't give a fuck what motherfuckers be saying in his chat without a profile picture. There's a lot of people in here that's got like pictures of boats and shit. It's like this nigga got right here at the very bottom got a picture of a boat. He reading this comment. He giving the fuck that he letting them people hype him up right now. Anton a joke, bro. Like, look, man, we ain't got to see it. He showed his knuckles off. The dude a joke. Hey, Anton, I got one for you since you said you would pull up on people because I heard that's what you said in your live stream. Hey, pull up on me. Look, we can shoot it straight up, bare knuckle, or we can get the gloves out. Pull up on me. Come to Alabama. Hit me in my DM, bro. Hit me in my DM. You probably bigger than me. You ain't taller than me, but you probably bigger than me. I'll shoot it up with you, man. I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. I don't even like issuing these out. But look, you said you'll shoot it with anybody. You'll pull up on anybody. Pull up on me, man. Hit my DM. I get you down here in Alabama, bro. We can make some content together, man. We can make some content together. Let's see if you buy all that fucking Detroit street life like you talking about, bro. It ain't nothing but no fucking 6-hour flight. You got it. So yeah, you can ride economy, nigga. $160-something. You can get down here. That's two-way. It's two-way trip. We can set it up, man. I get some camera folks out there and everything, man. We'll get it popping, man. We'll see what you talking about. Cause I love that shit. Cause I don't like all that fake hard talk. I know hard niggas that be talking, and I know fake niggas that be talking hard. And I know exactly which one you is. Please pull up. Somebody tag his ass in this motherfucker. I should tag his ass in this fucking video. Please come holler at me, bro. Please come holler at me, bro. Cause I don't like no coons, and I ain't got no problem fucking with a coon. So and I'll debate you first, then fight you after. How about that? That'd be fun, y'all. Hey, you can't tell me that would be a good show. Debate his ass first, then beat his ass after. That'd be fun. They call that shit the Double B show, y'all. It's the Double B show. Debate then ass whooping, bro. You gonna beat his ass both times. But either way, that is on the table though. I ain't talking shit, bro. That's really on the table. Like, hit me up in the DM, bro. We can do it up. We can set something up. But I'll give you your final thoughts for the night, man. We done did it up, man. We ain't came. We saw. We conquered. Waiting on Op, y'all. We waiting on Op to get back. You can walk away now. Walk the fuck away. And why?
No. Go ahead and talk for a second. Hold on.
Oh Lord Jesus. See what I'm talking about? I ain't finna get my final thoughts yet. But look, y'all, we gonna be over here for the foreseeable future now. So y'all better get locked in over here on the network, bro. That's what we doing content at for the time being, man. Shit done happened out here. Shit done got wild. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is, but y'all figure it out on your own. But yeah, man, we gonna be right back in here this bitch. What's today? Friday? We'll be right back in here tomorrow. Try to figure something out. And y'all need to make sure that y'all locked in, bro, because it's super growth time right now. In hard times make strong men. And we got hard times coming right now. So we need to flex up on these motherfuckers, man. But yeah, go ahead, give your final thought.
No, but it's like we keep saying, you just get tired of all this shit, and you would think somebody who say they got money like that would be smarter than that. Then to start crashing out, like I remember, I watched him. I ain't gonna say the dude name because you don't fuck with him. But I was watching Fat in them show. They had a certain person on there. He did say one thing I agree with, because they was talking about females, somebody having the whole phase, and the nigga was like, but I've said this before. Fuck what he said. I said it before. That'd be like a lame ass nigga who then graduated from school, got a good job, and want to go ahead and crash out and be a thug now. That's what Anton is fucking literally doing right now, bro. He's all this other time he could have crashed out. He could have been pulled up on niggas. He's never done it. When Charleston White was talking trash, he didn't pull up on him and fight him. He didn't pull up on his partner Dewberry and fight him. These are old, like, especially Dewberry, that's an OG penitentiary nigga. He didn't pull up on Charleston White and do all that shit. He didn't do that on Illosophical. I don't know if you remember Illosophical, who went viral with the one podcast that we watched.
I know who you talking about.
He crashed out on Anton. Because Anton kept saying wild shit. And he was like, all right, nigga, pull up. Let's do it. Oh, you want to do that ignorant nigga shit. And I'm like, hold on. At first, I gave it to him because he's like, all right, you're a grown man. You got shit to lose. That'll be stupid. But now, at 43, 44, you ready to crash out because you had a 54-year-old man, a man who's literally 10 years older than you, say, nah, let me chill out. But he got in your face and say that dick sucking shit again. You ain't say it. So he was like, and then think about this, what people not giving Cory credit for. He said, bro, I ain't got to follow you outside right now. Cause we both got to leave this motherfucker. We can wait. Let's finish the show. We can wait. If that's what you really on, if you want to go outside versus we getting on right here, all right, cool. Cause we both got to leave this motherfucker. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. Cory said that at the end when he was talking that shit. We like, bro, I ain't got to follow you outside right now. We both got to leave this motherfucker. He didn't say nothing about that. So when you see niggas do that shit, you always tell me you got money. You always arrogant in what you say. You be disrespectful. If you're a real man, fuck that. If you're Christ-like, you not doing this same fuck shit that you did on Cory's show. Christ-like people don't do that, bro. Us coming up around church people and all that, we know the difference between people who are Christ-like. Most people, and Cory said this, he was like, he knows some pastors that if you disrespect them the same way you did me tonight, they'll put their religion down.
Mm-hmm.
They put their religion down. But that's why they don't disrespect people. And we seen that growing up where real shit, I seen certain people at the church that spaz out if you disrespect them because they ain't disrespecting you. I'm trying to do my walk with God. Muslims are like that. They try to do their walk with God. Like one of the brothers, his name is as a rapper, his name is Napoleon. He was an outlaw with Tupac, but his real name is Muta. You know, he's Muslim. So me and him was talking about something on Instagram, and I said something he misunderstood, and it seemed like he was ready to crash. I'm like, brother, brother, I grew up on y'all, brother, chill out.
No,
I ain't mean it that way.
Calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the knife.
White flag, white flag. I got love and respect for you, bro. I ain't even no punk, but if I got love and respect for you, I don't want it to go this way. So the main thing, I'm gonna land it here. The main thing is, and you said this before, Anton been crashing out lately, disrespecting people, and it's like, bro, because his wife said he is like that. He's always been arrogant, but we know what arrogant means. Arrogant is not the same as cocky. Arrogant is I felt disrespected, even though I may not have been disrespected. That's arrogant, basically. So he's arrogant. He's disrespectful. He want to say he's Christ-like. He's not. You can't say that and then not say, you know what, I'm working on myself. I have to be better, because we've also seen that growing up in the church, me and you both, with our family. We know people that are actually trying to work, been through prison, understand, and that's what Cory's trying to tell them. Bro, if you've been to prison, you understand respect is the only thing you got when you go to prison. That's all you got is respect. So we can't play these games with each other. We can't disrespect each other because we want a peace of mind as men. And one more last thing, when it comes to Republicans, when he want to say, oh, we gonna do this and we gonna do that, Republicans are the same fucking way. If it comes down to survival mode and we see they doing all this infighting like we talked about when Uncanny was on here earlier, dog, they'll do the same fucking thing. They'll crash out too. So make sure y'all check your boy Op out on Instagram. I gotta start promoting the Instagram because I need to get them numbers up. Yeah. So Op from the North 18 on Instagram, Op from the North 18 on Facebook. I got my big Op page here, but I'm more so focused on YouTube when it comes to the JVJ Network. So make sure y'all subscribe to the JVJ Network. Y'all know what it is. Sure.
All right, man. I appreciate that shit, man. I like the insight, and I'm all behind it. Y'all make sure y'all go and sub up like y'all supposed to, man. Like for real, y'all that haven't, man, make sure y'all go. Yeah, look, I ain't gonna hold it and try to sit here and act like I don't have a vendetta. I don't like that nigga Anton. I've been listening to his content, and when I see a coon, bro, I just don't like coons. I don't care how other people feel about that. You can feel however you want. I do not like a black person that is an advocate against his own community. And once I saw that in Anton, I ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. I done spoke to this nigga before. I done sat on the podcast and had a conversation with this nigga. Like I don't like that nigga. I don't like him. You go against your own community, you go against your own community. And I know what you did when you was up there on Cory's show. Like, bro, you was trying to manipulate and you was trying to cause, I don't know if you was trying to have a viral moment. I don't know if you was even trying to really get it there. But the sad part is you found out that you can't talk to people like that, but you know how to play a situation. And I give you props on playing the situation. But bro, please don't go back and start talking shit like you did something. Bro, you a hoe. like let's just keep that 100, bro. You a certified hoe. You went up there playing and arguing like a bitch. You was arguing like a bitch. Like a female dog, nigga. That's what you was doing. And you knew that man wasn't gonna fight your ass. Cause look, at least he got some goddamn common sense. At least he got some restraint. Come fuck with a YN then. How about that? And I ain't even know YN. But you might call me one. Like, nigga, like, fuck with somebody that actually want to fucking fight you, ho. You over there went to that man showing disrespect to him. You a grown-ass man. You in your fucking 40s, bro. You should fucking feel ashamed about yourself, man. You came in there with an agenda. It's one thing to debate somebody, and it's one thing to insult somebody. And then you started off with them insults from the very beginning. That ain't no real-ass shit. And for all the people that want to sit here and say Cory was scared to do whatever the fuck, look, had that. But I see Anton didn't move his motherfucking ass when Cory told his ass to say it again. So we can both be right. It don't look like either one of them wanted to fight. But to come back now and do all that talking afterwards, like you just some tough guy. Like, bro, you ain't about that life, bro. Dude, you not about that life. I know a fucking hoe when I see one. And fuck Detroit. Hey, look, you from Detroit, bitch. I'm from Alabama. You should win. It should be easy money. Put $1,000 on it. I put 1,000 on it. It should be easy money for you to win. Come fuck me. Come fuck me up. No, hell, I'm sorry, the first part. No Diddy. I forgot.
Pause again.
Hey, yeah, because he ain't gonna call me no dick sucker. I'm slap shit out your ass. But nah, fucking come fuck me up. I would love to see how that shit play. How that shit play out. That'd be very interesting. But man, look, for everybody that tuned in tonight, y'all, because I'm done talking shit to fuck niggas. For everybody that tuned in tonight, man, look, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, all that in the bag of chips, man. We about to be really, really booming over here on the network. And we gonna need y'all support, bro. We gonna need y'all support, man. So fuck with your boy, fuck with on his channels and everything, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. Make sure you click all. And we about to get the fuck up out of here, man, because I'm already in trouble right now. So we gonna catch y'all hold on, I gotta change that out. Yo, gotta switch. Hold up. Here we go. We got it right. We gonna catch y'all motherfuckers in the next one as always, man. Peace.
Peace.
I'll say peace. Yeah.